Oy vey. Oy vey. First of all, Tiffany, Sniffany, the only one who has the right to say anything is Chicken Winter. Excuse me? We're talking about me being doxxed here. I have every right in the world. So, what Ellen said was she went into Annette and said, someone got the app and it pinged off SG's phone number at the lake, but I was getting a blood transfusion. Okay, that's what my community post said. I was in the hospital getting a blood transfusion, which I was petrified of, which then led them and skank bag Annette's live stream to start saying I must be getting down and dirty with Dracula. Okay, but at the end of the day, none of that was true. The truth was I was in the fucking hospital. So she didn't dox me. Do you get it? Do you understand me? But nobody had a fucking app that was pinging off my phone. You stupid, fucking worthless, baby brained piece of shit sucking off society bitch. Okay? Prudently did that. I have the text messages from her saying, unless you apologize to me publicly, I'm going to dox you. Okay? She's the only one who had it. So now I don't know what you got going on with Prudently, you know? But you can say what the fuck you want, bitch. I was in the hospital, so she didn't fucking dox me. Ellen was talking shit, and fucking Prudently was the only one who knew the address. All right, bitch. Loads of people have had my phone number. And so that would mean fucking shut up. You don't own my story. You don't say who has a right to fucking mention anything. But I noticed that you're right back to what you were doing the last time that Ellen was away. You just yelling and screaming about her again. And you saying because of you that she's whatever is going on with her and stuff. You're such a fucking why is your head so inflated? Like, for you to think that you get to come on here and talk to people the way you're talking is just, yeah, off your rocker. Disclaimer: I do not own all the audio contained in this video. I am using it within the Fair Use Act guidelines. It is altered and speed and is being used for commentary purposes only to educate people on how not to act. Now, of course, she's shut off the chat because she doesn't want to have to confront anybody because she's a fucking baby brained weirdo.
I hope so.
I hope so.
So I shut off the chat. I hope y'all don't mind, but
She starts off all
we don't
soft.
need a peanut gallery today, and I don't want anybody to be harassed for supporting me.
Trust to believe. Peanut gallery. When was the last time you were able to chew a peanut, huh?
I had to send it to a couple people because I'm sure they want to hear it. Look, just so everybody knows again, I turned off the chat. I don't want anybody being harassed because they choose to support my live stream, and I don't want trolls to be able to come in, and I don't want to be told that I only said things, okay, baby, for a purpose or for a reason or what, because people were in here or whatever the fuck, because you know how it goes in here. Here it is, okay? Okay, baby, for a purpose or for a reason or
Now,
okay, baby.
here's where she really
Okay,
goes
baby,
off,
for
right?
a purpose or for a reason or
Hold on.
because people were in here or whatever the fuck, because you know how it goes in here. Here it is, okay? FG, shut the fuck up. You're a dumb cunt, okay? First of all, you're a dumb cunt, okay?
Okay. First of all, you're the dumb cunt. Who are you telling to shut up when we're talking about my address here? Who are you speaking to there, lowlife? Wait, you shut up the chat. I'll just pick up my shoe and talk to the bottom of my shoe, the dirt on it. That should suffice, right? You're about that. You're a fucking idiot. Who are you telling to shut up? Who the fuck do you think you are? You're the dumb cunt. What's prudently giving you to sit there and fucking pretend that she didn't dox me, that I don't have the proof? Nobody's that stupid, you stupid bitch. Oh, and if I didn't share things that have your name tagged in it, so you're saying one thing that I put up and you think changes the fact that you keep saying something about your kids. I'm not talking about your kids. I don't talk about your kids. You're so fucking lonely though that you have to make up delusions.
You're a dumb cunt, okay? First of all, if you didn't share things that had my name tagged in it, I wouldn't even see anything to respond to your dumb fucking ass, okay? But you like to bring up everything that you can. And really, I don't really give a fuck what Mary has to say anyways. Most of the time, her drunk ass don't even remember what she's fucking saying. Anyways, okay?
I'd like to see Mary kick your ass.
That's another thing. And so her talking about her opinion about me and how I allow my kids to troll people on the internet, bitch, just because I said that with my older kids you met your fucking match, that does not mean that I condoned my kids to harass you.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because that's not the first time you've said it. Now, when you say older, do you mean like, so they're not really older? They're not adults, is what you're saying. So they're the only reason why they would harass me is because you've been lying to them. So I'm still like shocked that you even had the audacity to think that you get to be talking about my address and shit and acting like Ellen was right that I wasn't at the hospital or getting that blood transfusion. And you think I'm supposed to shut the fuck up? And I would love for one day Mary be knocking on your fucking door. You'd be hiding. You'd be fucking hiding. But yes, you definitely condone that stuff. And you've been lying to your kids for a while.
Threaten you. Are you dumb? Or maybe I'm dumb for asking that question. Okay? My point.
Well, you're just dumb. Just all over. I mean, you're just dumb.
To you, SG, with my kids, if you want to keep talking about them.
I don't talk about them. See, that's you lying to them. You're trying to incite something in them. And trust me, they will get in trouble for that. And so will you.
I keep slandering them. And
nobody's slandering them. That's you lying to them. You're just a lying twat.
Want to keep putting my family in your fucking mouth?
First of all, I would never have your family in my mouth, okay? You disgusting bitch. Just that statement makes me want to regurgitate. Okay? You're fucking gross. You're gross. I wouldn't want anything from that near my mouth. But you're lying. You want to incite something in your kids, which really is mental abuse because nobody's doing anything to them. You're mentally abusing your kids.
Kids aren't going to just sit around. No, they're not.
Okay, see, so you are condoning that. You're trying to make them feel a certain kind of way. Hi, Richard. You're lying to them, inciting hatred in them, and then they're going to get in trouble. If they ever came near me, they would get in trouble. Do you understand me? Do you feel me? You're gonna get them in trouble because you're mentally ill.
There's people. So if you think that they won't go and do something about it, to you, that's a threat because you're some, what Chicken Winter says, raggedy ass bitch.
Actually, I'm not a raggedy ass bitch. What I am is an adult who's doing nothing to your children. Children, okay? Now, if they're grown ass adults, then what's the problem with them working or getting a job and not using Ellen's money for Ubers. Hmm? Hmm? You need to decide, hon, because it's either juvie or jail. But are you trying to destroy their life? Sick bitch.
Well, that's the truest statement that I've ever fucking heard. Now, second, I wrote.
You think raggedy ass bitch is the truest statement you ever heard? Coming from a raggedy ass bitch? Well, then you don't get out much, do you?
Post today. I spoke one sentence about Ellen. Now I have 3 different people in my fucking comments.
Do you understand, though? It wasn't about Ellen. It's about you thinking you get to incite something within your kids, threaten me, and tell me I'm a liar about who doxed me, act like Ellen did it, even though I was in the hospital. This isn't about Ellen. This is about you threatening me and trying to harass me.
I have no obligation to have any fucking respect for somebody who changes their fucking story every time they are mad, drunk, or drunk. Like me.
But who are you talking about there? Like, what are you even talking about?
Mary, like every fucking buddy, okay? Or every time you have a different friend, or every time you have a different fucking friend group, like a lot of you bitches do, aka SG, okay?
Always goes back to SG. What is it about me that intimidates you so much, huh? What's up, boo boo? You got the SG blues?
If you're mad, if you're drunk, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. My respect and my give a damn has been busted, bitches. Okay? Because I'm not gonna have.
Save it. Nobody cares.
My word, my name, and what I know my truth is be slandered by all of you because you don't like me or because I.
You understand now where I live and who I know and where I was and getting a blood transfusion. High blocked for life. That's my truth, bitch. Your truth is that you think you're going to incite hatred within your kids towards me and then act like, so if I get a beat down by your boys, like you're teaching them to what? Disrespect their elders, women. Like you're just a bad role model. You're just a dirtbag. Hi, Leslie. I know it was when I, looked and saw how ridiculous she is. Because, truly I was getting a blood transfusion that day. So there's no doxing there. Do you see me? Like, you feel me? Like, you got that? Something happened in your life today, and what'd you do? Nick a boil with one of those nasty ass fingernails of yours? Huh? Mo got another wedding to go to? What is it? What got you? What got you fucking going, huh? Was the buffet empty when you got there? What?
Something the way you wanted me to do it. And then with the only one who had a comment, who I think would had a little bit of a right, is you, Chicken Winner, because at least you're Ellen's friend.
Excuse me, though. We're talking about me, my safety, my address, and you think Chicken Winner has a right to say something I don't? Man, someone must have dropped you on your head more than once. That is the only explanation I possibly can think there, because you got baby brain syndrome.
There'd be a reason why you would defend her. So I can't say too much about you defending her because you've always defended her and you've always had her back.
This isn't about Ellen. When are you going to understand that for some reason you bitches think the constant stalking of me for years, it's stalking. You can call it doxed all you want. It's stalking, okay? It's fucking crazy. Crazy bitch.
So regardless of what I say back to you, between you and I'm not going to make my live stream about that. Why? Because I understand why you would say something. That's I understand. At least you're staying true.
But you're too moronic to understand why I would say something. Moron. But I'll tell you what. Everybody's noticed that it's as soon as Ellen isn't around anymore that you start talking about her. Everybody notices that. And when you come up with the reason why she's doing the amount of time she's doing, is, she owes that to you because you don't feel that you owe her at least the fucking Uber shit. But see, because you're so into teaching your kids disrespect, that I'm quite certain, like, he should have to. Why would you even tell him he could use that for? Why would he even do that? Why would he even do that? What's wrong with the kid? See, that's you. You taught him like that. And then you said, don't worry. We'll just say fuck her and fuck it. You're just raising, I don't know, people who are going to be hellions to society that go around thinking it's okay to fucking disrespect people and steal and shit like you. Fucking low life.
Yourself and what you've always said. But I will say to you as well, this part at least, I don't have to respect or wait. I really don't. I don't have to respect anyone or wait for anyone wherever she's at, wherever she's not.
Of course not. You already robbed her. You already taught your kids they don't have to respect anybody. That's how you teach. That's what you teach. You should have been sterilized. They shouldn't have allowed you to keep popping out kids. You're disgusting.
That is not my fucking problem anymore. I wish her the best, but she made her choice.
Not your problem anymore. You got all her money. Now she's not wifey or sissy or Auntie Ellen. Wow. Wow. Keep your pocketbooks close to your side. You ever come near this fucking bitch or her kids, because she's teaching people. Wow. You're disgusting. Fucking straight up thief. Thiefany. Thiefany.
Okay, she made her choice, and she decided to say and do the things that she fucking did, which were not truth. And a lot of the reason why she's only gonna be gone a few weeks is because of me. Okay?
Shut up. It ain't because of you, scrub. Shut up. How long are your kids going to be gone, though? You use them to threaten me one more time. Huh? Keep it up, bitch.
So if somebody wants to fucking accuse me of fraud and accuse me of plagiarizing my own shit, but yet take the credit for that same fraud and take the credit for that same thing that you said I did. So why'd you take the credit for it? If it was fake, if it wasn't real, and you knew you really didn't end up.
What are you talking about? You throwing yourself under the bus for some more crimes? Are you? Because I don't mind the way you're talking to me. Listen, bitch, you want to stay out pointedly, right? You got no respect for anybody. You don't care, and this and that. Well, you know what you've done? Nobody has to have any for you. Not that there's anything respectable there. But the way you're talking to me, I think for my best interest and your kids, because you're getting them in some trouble, bitch. And for anybody else that in the future you plan on stealing from, the country, or maybe Mo's gonna beat up that lady that was in like a wheelchair that didn't have your cigarettes. Maybe he's gonna go up and beat up a 17-year-old working at the coffee shop. Maybe you're doing, the country and your neighbors and everybody around you a favor to obviously your whole family has anger management problems. So, I mean, I don't know. But here you go again. Like, and you know why you're like throwing that right out there about, that you were fraudulent and this and that? Hi, Manson. Ma'am, I thought it said Man's on Farm. uh, like, it's because you're proud of what you can get away with. And that, in my opinion, probably is a common, thought process. Just like when I'd say, when you touch every piece of food and then you feed it to your family. And you're probably smugly sitting there thinking to yourself, you know, how you hadn't washed your hands and you were fucking around with Buster, smoking cigarettes right over the fucking food. You got that fly strip hanging there. And watching them eat it because you're so resentful because you're not allowed to eat with the family. And you're like, yeah, I got away with that. I got away with that. That's what validates you because you aim so low. Good for you, Tiff. Good for you. Big dreams, big dreams.
Doing any of the shit, so why did you take the credit for it? Okay? And I'm allowed to respond whenever I hear something. So, for example, if you know your ass is going away, okay, why say something before you go away? If I don't hear it that day, so I'm supposed to shut up for 3 weeks until you get back? No. I will respond when I hear things and when I see.
Nah, what you're doing is, as soon as she went, you're doing exactly what you did last time. You're doing exactly what you did last time. Okay, Blocked for Life. Thank you. I hope I am keeping my cool. I don't, that's why I'm saying, like, uh, they'll say, oh, SG raging. Raging. I can only laugh at these people. I can only laugh at them. You got fucking Net. She'll put up fucking popcorn boxes and smiling emojis. And not know that basically is, she's a bully right there. You got fucking the biggest fucking freak in the community, Dash. Maybe she's barred from using her own cell phone and posting community posts. In the same on the same day when I posted, I was having a blood transfusion. And she's the same one who said I was getting down and dirty with Dracula. Right? And then I'm barred from using my phone because I'm cyber. Maybe somebody called and told the hospital. Who thinks something like that, huh? Fucking freak. Biggest freak going right there. We're all watching the mental breakdown.
And if other people don't like that, you don't like how I respond, or I'm supposed to have some type of more respect for people that don't have it for me, that Tiffany's over with now. That walking all over Tiffany shit is done, okay?
Nobody's walking all over you. Nobody wants those fucking boils popping. Nobody knows how far that fucking nasty ass shit will fly.
Because money is not everything.
Oh, money's not everything now that you spent all your money, right? Why would your kid think you could spend $300 on Ubers?
Money is not everything, okay? And I'll leave it there. But the statement I made in my post, All I said was what Ellen said herself. She would have no reason to defend herself. She herself said that she tracked SG.
Do you understand? Ellen has had my phone number for a very long time. She said someone got an app and SG's phone pinged off at the lake. She's not at the hospital, but very clearly I was at the hospital. Okay? But for some reason, you want to try to pretend that Prudently didn't do it, but she did. Okay? Understood? Was she a big girl? Was she a fat girl? Remember? Yeah, that's what they say. Was she a fat girl? Was it a fat girl or a big girl? When he's making the dress. Ugh. He fucking skins Tiffany and then he sees all these boils and he's like, no thanks. That was a waste. Was she a fat girl? Was she a fat girl? Right, Tiffany? Tiffany? Like, and why do you keep pushing that this when you're fucking dumb, man? You keep thinking that if you keep repeating some lie that I don't have the screenshot of, fucking being threatened that if I didn't give a public apology to Brunley and shit like that. Public apology? For fucking what? You keep saying I live in a hotel. You don't know where the fuck I live, freak. But Chicken Winter is the only one who has a right to talk about it. Like, yeah, what's wrong with you, baby brain?
With her fucking phone number. She herself said that. Why am I being treated like I'm this big piece of shit because of that? And I'm not speaking about you.
Well, if the piece of shit fits, I mean, like, seriously? Let's just call you smelly.
When there was 2 other people who commented on that fucking post. So, why am I being judged for one sentence?
You're not being judged for one sentence. Everything you do is shit. You're shit. Seriously. You're a shit person. I couldn't imagine just being around you your whole life. You're a shit person. You lie so bad that, and here's the thing, you've got a few people who will lie with you. Like, they'll absolutely, I think, would compromise their conviction. First of all, having 4 kids to 4 different people. And no, Mo is not Zach's father, so no. Okay, so you got 4 kids to 4 different people. Meal tickets. Right? And then, now whether it's for green card money or, as you like to say, for rug money, within a month, you marry some man you don't even know to be around your kids. All right? Now, I wouldn't even say this, but I'm going to because you accuse me of it all the time anyway. The worst part about it is when you want to lie and say, a lot of kids sleep with their parents. That's not what's going on in your household. That's not what's going on. You're not sleeping in that bed. Or that sectional. You don't even get the bed. You're downstairs in the basement. 11 years. That kid has slept up there with him. Mm-hmm. A man you only knew a month. Okay. Now, I'm not saying anything other than the fact most women would not do that. Now, if there's any women in the community that really want to look like a piece of shit parent and come out and negate what I'm saying, you go right ahead. But she knows. He has no interest in sharing a bed with you. I'm not saying anything nefarious is going on. What I'm saying is, you're a shit piece of mother. I mean, a piece of shit mother. You are a piece of shit mother. And I gotta wonder if that's where your resentment for Zach comes in. Snapping at him all the time. I'm just saying, he's just a kid. He's innocent. You're the bitch. You are a bitch. You're disgusting. You even said, well, my kid likes to roll up socks and play with them. Why don't you get your kid some fucking toys, you bitch? You're nothing. You keep talking about, your respect for people is gone and this and that. Bitch, you're disgraceful. You're disgraceful. Oh, fucking grotesque. Mm-mm-mm.
Nobody said anything. Nobody cares to say, well, why do your story keeps changing every time you're mad, or every time you're under the influence, or every time you're fucking tired, or every time you're sad, or so every emotion you have, your story gets to change, and that's an.
Who are you talking about there, though? Yeah, she's being judged for everything she makes public. Exactly. Tiffany, you act like people are just making this shit up. This is what you say and do.
Excuse? No. People have called me a fucking liar since the beginning of me being in this fucking stupid ass community, okay? Which is fine.
Because you are a liar. You are a liar. I'm willing to bet you were telling the guys you were sleeping with that you were on the pill or couldn't get pregnant. You are a fucking liar. You are a liar. You're a disgusting, disgusting disgrace. You've been a liar your whole life.
But at least my truth has always stayed the fucking same. My truth has always stayed the same. My persona, who I am, what I believe, the only things that have changed with me is who I like and don't like. That's what's changed.
Okay, who cares, bitch? Your truths have always stayed the same. Your truth is not the same as the truth. Do you understand? You're such a fucking dredge of society.
But I have always stood up for what the fuck I believe in. I've always said what I agreed and disagreed with. When I was friends with Munchie, she knew I disagreed with the shit she did with Cindy, the shit she did with other people. When I made up with her, she knew I disagreed. She can say all day long that she didn't tag my kid, but yes, she did. She posted a picture of Michael and she...
Just today, you said I did. Just today, you blamed me for that. And as for the stuff with Cindy, I have it on good authority, which would be audio from, yes, the archives. You throwing all kinds of shit out there about Cindy. and sending it to Munchie and threatening Cindy, saying you were going to send it to me. You're a fucking disgusting bitch. And you know the only reason why the second time there and you guys weren't able to dox me is because Prudently only knew the town I lived in, but not an address. That was not my address. So you didn't have it. It wasn't like you decided against it. It's because it was incorrect. Okay? Now, Prudently had my phone number. So if somebody could get your address from a phone number, why didn't you just get that then? Because you couldn't. Okay? All right? I was listening to some audio of her today saying how but, she's smartened up and since she's, now when she's friends with somebody, she hits record for every phone call. You're fucking disgusting. You really are. You're fucking disgusting. Yeah.
Like his fucking YouTube shit. Okay? And then their little buddy messaged him on fucking Facebook. So, you know what? You guys have fucking went into my...
Who's their little buddy? Can you say who their little buddy is? Gilligan?
personal life. And then now people who I thought were my friends either pretend...
Oh, so wait a minute. So this whole thing started about my address. And you're bitching about personal life?
My friend. Or fucking, I do so much for them, but it's not enough because at the end of the fucking day, the only thing that is enough is money to you people.
Fuck you. What do you do for people? What do you do for people? You don't even do for yourself or your kids.
And that's why a lot of you are being so nice, because you want her money. Like I said...
Want her money? What the fuck?
And this is not pertaining to Chicken Winter. This is pertaining to you fucking flip-flopping ass bitches who only joined the circus to be a part of the clown show. Okay? Because you...
Ooh, good one, Tiffany. Shut the fuck up over there.
don't want to be trolled. So silence is complicit, right? So it's better to join them if you can't beat them, right? So because you guys don't want to be beat down, because you guys don't want to be judged, because you guys don't want to have to stand for anything,
What are you standing for? The truth is that I was in the fucking hospital. There was no pinging off shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, hello? Thick thighs. Coconut crushing thighs.
Well, join them. All I said about Ellen was nothing bad. It was the truth. Something she said.
It's not the truth. Do you understand, though? It's not the truth. You're just trying to, I don't know why. Is Prudently paying you or something? I don't know.
Not privately. Publicly, she said it. So if she said that because she was mad, isn't that her fault then? She's the one who said that. She tracked her as she was off of her phone.
Actually, no, she said someone had the app and it pinged off the lake and she's not in the hospital. And then fucking Dementia Dash, she said, oh, she must be getting down and dirty with Dracula because I was having a blood transfusion. I was petrified. That's what went on. So shut the fuck up, you fucking weirdo.
Number. And that's how she knew that as she was not at a hospital because the act...
Why are you saying that? That's a fucking lie. You're a lying, baby-brained, stinking, fucking abscesses, nasty-ass hoe.
Was by the water. And then she put the city and the state. So that's why I said no. That was not Prue who did that. And I'm pretty sure that Ellen would have no problem saying she said that. And if she did say that out of...
Yes, it was prudently. Where do you get off? Between her legs? Because that's what I'm starting to think. You guys doing a little sewing and some scissoring together? Hmm? Huh? You gonna be you gonna be Prudently's little cuddly bear? Like what the fuck? What's wrong with you over there?
What the fuck? So you're gonna say something like that out of anger just because you're mad? No, there's not an excuse. If you said something like that and you give the person, the city, the state, the body of water that you were around.
The body of water that I was around? Do you hear how dumb you sound? Oh, did she? I didn't know that she was talking about Prudently. I'm sure she's talking to Prudently. I'm sure Prudently is fucking. Even if she sends these bitches 10, $15, yeah. They're loving on that. As if I don't have the body of water, the city and the sea. The bottom line is that's stalking. And if you don't think that I'm pissed about the entirety of it, you are incorrect. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But apparently, Angel Baby thinks, you know, if Tiffany apologizes for it, because then also, Tiffany also was harassing Luna and her family, saying that they were illegal. Remember? And because Luna said, "I'm so disappointed," and Tiffany for saying, saying what she was saying about Angel Baby and her father. So, but I guess they feel like if the person who really says the stuff apologizes, then they can just blame SG. Yeah, they can just blame SG then. Ain't that some shit?
You say you tracked them by their phone, that they're not at that hospital. That is doxing, ain't it? And when you admit to doing it,
it's stalking actually, which you bitch so have been doing for years, man.
Why does that become my problem? I didn't reveal something that was told to me privately. I didn't respond to all the nasty shit said about me. I did one 20-minute live and then I let it all.
Why did it become your problem? I'd say it was my problem that you motherfuckers think that stalking is normal if you throw doxing in front of it. Like, that's, and not to mention that at the same time that Prudently puts out my address there, you start threatening me with the kids again. So yeah, you might want to simmer the fuck down over there. Hey, Doodlebugs.
Go. But because I make one comment that was said publicly, if it wasn't said publicly, both in my live and in other people's live streams, I wouldn't have even said it. And to me, I'm sorry, maybe you guys.
Excuse me. I believe I was the one who pointed it out when I was, for the first time, looked at the live streams that were being had when I was in the hospital. So why would you even think that I don't have a right to say anything about it? That I wouldn't be pissed about all of it? Why are you yelling and screaming over there?
Don't agree. But to me, when you say something, let it be the fucking truth. I don't give a flying fuck what you people think about me anymore. I really don't. But if your guys' excuse every time you say something and it's fake, oh, I was mad. Oh, I'm sorry. I did this because you were my friend. Or, oh, I'm sorry. I said this because I love that person. Oh, I'm sorry. I said this because I was.
Well, you know what I just said about sleeping arrangements and kids with different fathers, meal tickets, and have marrying a complete stranger, and you don't even know if they're good around kids. Um, for what you said was rug money. That's truth. That's truth. Oh, that's your truth, Tiff. You put that out there. So you're dirt, man. You get on here and you think you're on a pedestal. You think that we hold you to some kind of high esteem, some high whatever. Like, uh-uh. Absolutely not. No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was high. Oh, I'm sorry, I was on drugs. Oh, I'm sorry, I was drunk. So it's just always going to be something? So everybody always is allowed to have a fucking excuse to why they keep making up stories?
What's your excuse? Just a dirtbag, just a piece of shit. No, everybody doesn't get an excuse like that. Absolutely not. What do you think? Normal people really accept that? I mean, you could use that excuse over and over again, right? That doesn't mean that people then trust that person again, or even, like has any or tells them anything again or anything. But how about you, Tiff? How about you explain why your kid would think it was okay to spend over $300 on Ubers?
Okay, so SG's a meth head, but now she's not because she's my friend. Tomorrow.
SG is not a meth head. Do you understand do you hear yourself right there? Who do you think you're talking to? I wouldn't wipe my ass with you. Okay? I wouldn't fucking wipe my ass with anything that touched you or was in the vicinity of you. I'd fucking die of dehydration. What, do you want to hear the truth? Maybe everybody's not me and won't agree, but you look dirty. You look like you smell. You are trash. Everybody looks at you like everybody's looked at anybody else who's fucking scamming the system. Resentful. Did you think for 1 minute prudently thinks of you as like, now she'd say to me, oh no, Tiffany's got more integrity than you, but that's coming from trash anyway. Prudently's trash in a fucking nice car. I mean, like, ugh, she doesn't. She look like she smells, man. She really does. Gross. So gross. You're gross, Tiffany. Prudently's gross. Demanding a public apology or she's gonna dox me. Fucking does that shit. So I already knew what was coming. Like, oh my God. Yeah. And a dung beetle smells better. You're just disgusting, Tiffany.
She is again. Now she's not because she's my friend. Now she is because she's my friend. And then it's, oh, well, I was mad. What? Oh, well, I found her address and her location by her phone number. And I just said that because I was mad. That's okay? And then now a whole other person gets blamed for that.
Why are you, first of all, okay. Now, if it's very necessary for you, I can put out Prudently's text messages where she's saying that. Okay? I mean, you could say, but I've seen like idiots like Chicken Winners saying, I know. If it was prudently, I don't know why these people would think that, if only one person knows the address, one person. But the bottom line is, it's fucking stalking. Well, that's what it comes down to, stalking. And, but they're so moronic over there. They feel like if they just ignore the actual truth and just keep repeating the lie, that'll make it the truth. But it really doesn't. It's, truth is truth. That's it. So I don't know why you're fighting and screaming so hard for something that TH really is. Any way you look at it, a bunch of shitbags harassing somebody.
Same exact thing, by the way. And that's why I said, no, that wasn't Prue who said that. That was Ellen. So maybe you guys can open up your ears and your eyeballs a little bit and pay attention.
Open up our ears and our eyeballs. I told the story. She goes into an answer. I'm not going to tell it again. Because you think if you yell it loud enough, it makes it right, but it doesn't. Okay?
I wasn't blaming her for something she didn't do. I was telling SG.
Why are you why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? You don't tell me shit. Don't tell me anything. You don't tell me what my life is.
Say or do that. That was Ellen. If Ellen proudly said she did that, what's the problem? How is that me talking shit about her? I didn't say, oh, fuck her. No, I didn't talk bad about her. I didn't say anything bad about her at all. All I said was the truth. You got the wrong person.
No. First of all, if for 1 minute you don't think that I don't have a problem with all the lines coming out of Ellen's included, okay, mouth for fucking months for no fucking reason whatsoever, okay? That was just something new that I heard that went on when I was in the hospital. And they thought it was fucking funny while I was petrified getting a blood transfusion. So if you think that didn't piss me off, it did. But you don't address that. That's something that, I'm pretty certain that if I said it to Ellen, that was pretty shitty, that, it don't matter because there's shitty people over there. You know what I'm saying? They knew that nobody had an app that my phone pinged off of. Not ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. So in Net's live stream, where they decided to go was that I was getting down and dirty with Dracula. Okay? That's a room full of shit. Room full of shit. Can't reason with fucking crazy ass motherfuckers. What? But you think I'm going to sit here and argue with you that you're a piece of shit too? What do you, at what point are you thinking? I'm just saying that you look like a bigger piece of shit right now because for Ellen, what happened? I think you fucking were the one who called on her in the first fucking place. That's what I think. I think you called on her in the first place. And, yeah. And I think that you are getting off on this. This is just something new for you to start yelling about and shit. But why are you yelling about it and screaming about it? Like, it doesn't change the fact what is the truth. And you keep saying, I'm in a hotel. You don't know where the fuck I am, bitch. Like, shut up.
Prue did not say that, and she did not do that.
Yes, she did. What she did was she passed it on to somebody else. Debbie, okay? Jesus. And Ellen. But Ellen just didn't do it, publicly. I don't believe. I didn't hear her do it publicly. But yeah, like, so shut up, bitch.
That was what Ellen said. What the fuck? Now, I can understand if I was up here talking all this shit. And
I never said prudently said she had an app and it pinged off. That's not what was said. Everybody's quite clear on that. Ellen said that, which, what is weird? What are you yelling about this?
But let's really be honest here. You bitches are the one who did that the whole time she was in jail. So now
No. See, you're to be, wrong, because look at you. Look at you.
Are gonna come over and fucking question me? You bitches are gonna come.
Listen to yourself how you're sounding right now. Come and question you. Well, question you. Hold on. I don't know who's doing this. I can only assume that it would be, on NetNet side or prudently or something like that. But why are you reporting my live stream? Why are you harassing my live stream? Are you saying you think that you would still get to harass me no matter how much you report my fucking live streams? That then I wouldn't have more time to actually go literally to the authorities? See, you're lucky all you're getting is commentary being done on you. But you keep fucking with me that way. Trust and believe when I tell you. I'll give you a fucking reason to dislike me even more. Okay? So if you think you're going to sit there and false report me for no reason, you are very incorrect. Because I've had it. You do not have a case, not one of you, against me. Not one of you. What you're doing is not doxing, it's stalking. It's harassment. You're threatening, slandering. What you guys are doing is, man, very long list. Okay, little bugs. So, really, you need to fucking check yourselves over there. I saw Diana yesterday. I report everything to her. What are you reporting everything I do for, Diana? You think I don't have the right to defend myself? You think I should just sit there while I'm in the hospital getting a blood transfusion and let a bunch of turd ball bitches say I'm getting down and dirty with Dracula? Is that what you think is the proper behavior I should have? Diane, is it? Fucking lunatics they are.
Question me? When for months you guys fucking tortured her when she wasn't even here. You spoke.
Now this is you doing that, Tiffany. Because I know that although it upsets me that she did that, I didn't know that she had done that. But hey, when you can't trust people, then you can't trust people to be your actual friend and care. So that's that. But you screaming and yelling.
You put her out on blast, man. You read all her charges from her past every time she was moved.
Shut the fuck up. You got some time machine or something? You got some time machine? Like you want to go back in or something? Like, what are you yelling about, bitch?
from one place to another. You guys fucking put every single bit of her shit out on blast.
Who's you guys? First of all, who's you guys? How about you be more specific when you want to address somebody?
Laughed at her, you made fun of her, and then you manipulated her to believe that you guys were telling the truth. And it was really all me.
No.
Wow, man.
No. You're stealing from her. Everybody knew it. Now you think that money isn't everything and that she more or less owes you for something. That's what you think. So I'm thinking, since Ellen can't be giving you no money right now, you got a new benefactor, prudently, who's thinking you're going to convince everybody, the likes of you. Okay.
And then the same people can say, oh, well, now we're all right. Now you can be our friend. Now you can be part of our crew. Fuck.
Nobody wants you part of their crew. What are you talking about? The fuck is this? How old are you? Like, what the fuck?
Seriously. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Like I said, the only person who I feel be our friend. Now you can be part of our crew. Fuck you.
You.
Seriously.
Everyone.
Fuck
you. Everybody.
Like I said, the only person who I feel did have a right to say something.
Why would you think the only person who has a right to say anything is Chicken Winner? The fuck are you talking about? We're talking about my address. What the fuck's wrong with this lady?
Something to me is Chicken Winner because at least she was really her friend. Okay?
That don't make no fucking sense. Talking about what was done to me, bitch.
Out of character for Chicken Winner to say, what the fuck, Tiffany? It's not out of character for Chicken Winner to stand up for someone that's her friend. Okay? So, I'm not going to say nothing negative about that. But the rest of you bitches, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you.
You sound normal. Don't you sound normal, everybody? You sound really normal. You're very angry, aren't you? What are you angry about? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Because who the fuck are you? Each one of you cunt ass hoes are lining up to be a part of the circus, okay? And mostly, the first thing you gotta do is say something about me.
Do you hear yourself? You gotta get yourself help, man. Prudently was really your friend. She'd tell you to get some help. Wonder where Munchie is tonight. No, she would tell you to get some help. You need to get some help, man. You do. You need to get help.
I lied about something, say that you don't like me, call me lazy, call me fat, talk about my kids, talk about my faith.
Well, you call yourself lazy and you call yourself fat. Nobody's talking about your kids. Nobody's talking about your faith. As if you have any. I mean, let's be for real.
As soon as you do that, line up, come and be a part of the fucking circus. And then the godly honk if you love fucking Jesus person over there loves to talk about me and my mental health and everything else.
Wow. Nobody. I'm going to assume she's talking about honeybees there because the only other one I could think of would be. I mean, I could see everybody talking about her mental health, but the host, wait. Here's the thing, though. Nobody's even talking about Tiffany. You must be hearing voices.
I haven't talked about any of you bitches. Also, I want to know, what the fuck? SG, what kind of world are you living in, bitch? You forgot? And why are you all of a sudden talking about Brandy now?
Because Angel Baby brought up Brandy.
So, you got a new target every day? So what the fuck is the purpose? Oh, well, I'd like to know what she was right about.
That I was talking about Net. when Angel Baby said, "Yeah, you've been right about her all the time." Well, from what you've seen, Angel Baby, I've been defending Nanette for quite a while. That's what I'm saying. What is she right about? That I was getting down and dirty with Dracula? What, huh? Hmm? You know why you're angry, because you know you're the one who said sexual shit about her and her father. And now she thinks she's going to blame me.
Shut the fuck up. Who cares if you don't know?
You don't even know what you're talking about, Hobag. But don't ever tell me to shut the fuck up.
Who cares? That's your business?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is all my business. Every time you talk, it's about SG.
It's just weird to me that you have quite literally turned on every single one of your friends.
Brandy and I were never friends. And, yeah, I'm not going to be blamed for shit that somebody else does. So, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Every single one of the people who were there for you, who stood by you, who did all this shit to stand by you, you turned on all of them.
First of all, now how would that have anything to do with you? I can make my own decisions. If I think somebody is shitty, then that's that.
All of them. All of them. So, truth be told, who gives a fuck? If Ellen did do that, or if she was just mad and said it, what the fuck ever. Okay, I don't really care. Either way, it's wrong to blast people for doing something. Chicken Winter said in her message back to me that no.
I don't understand anything you just said right there.
Nobody really knows.
Nobody really knows it? Yeah, no. I have text messages. Bottom fucking line is, I know who the fuck did it. Okay? Now, I don't know if you guys are all like fucking thinking if you keep saying it, it's not gonna fucking change things, but yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's say that was the truth and Ellen just said it because she's mad. Oh, okay, whatever. Moving on.
Exactly.
Let's say she just said it because she's mad. Okay, so then why is it okay to you, SG? This is asking you, SG. If you know that nobody really knows what the fuck's going on, how is it okay?
Wait a minute. I can't understand. Did you hit your head multiple times? I was in the hospital, so Ellen was lying. Okay. Bad, no good. That's one incident. Okay. Then, prudently, gave the physical address to Debbie, Ellen, and who knows who else. Okay. So, now if you're unclear again, I don't know what to tell you.
That every time you get mad or you want to act stupid as fuck, you get to come online and bash everybody that you don't like that day. And one day it's this person, the next day
Why are you yelling, first of all? What are you yelling for, freak? You have to go get anger management. I'm not your punching bag.
That person. Whoever you're fucking mad at and whoever you're fucking angry at, that's who gets the blame. So you get to sit there and cry and say Prudently did all this bad shit to you.
No, she did. Now, are you going to say, no, the next day it's going to be Ellen? You're fucking too stupid. Y'all did bad shit. All assholes. What? Fucking idiot. I could go on for hours. I could show proof for hours. Okay?
The next day it's going to be Ellen did it all. The next day, it's going to be Tiffany did it all. Before, though, it was Munchie, it was Lou, it was all of us.
What does this have to do with you? Okay? Right now, we're not listen, I prefer to get along with people rather than not get along. You guys over there want me arguing with everybody. It don't matter, blah, blah, blah. You talk stupid. Oh my God, you're so fucking ridiculous and pathetic. It's like you're yelling and screaming, and the biggest offense of it all is that you're fucking using oxygen that could be used by good people, decent people. Ugh.
Right, but now that you're friends with them, oh, I know.
Now you're going to talk about somebody's genitalia, but you're not going to bring up the shit Debbie says. You're fucking sick, man. You just want to try and incite fight because you're fucking miserable. You just want to try to incite some kind of hatred going on, don't you? Sick bitch. You better get some fucking anger management. They need to pull people off the streets that are like this, because these are the type of people who go around fucking doing God knows what.
You're a good person. Oh my God, your whole fucking page was about King of Chaos. Your whole page was
But
about
you're not going to notice that he was saying stuff too. See, but we're not doing that anymore. Why does that bother you? Why does it, if it bothered you then being about all that, but it's not about it now, then why are you yelling? You're a fucking douchebag.
How he didn't have nothing, how he was a piece of shit, singing happy birthday.
No. You don't get to skip the singing happy birthday to my dead relative. That's just sickening me. Bunch of people thinking only their dead relatives matter and mine don't. Shut up, Tiffany. You worthless piece of nothing.
Parents, like, your whole shit was about that. You can't never remember the nasty fucking shit you say. And then I find it funny that the shit you post on your fucking page, bitch, some old video, Carrie Ann B, oh, gross. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You always are in somebody's business. And
you know, I posted doing an interview with you tonight. It's pretty interesting. Your whole attitude was different and stuff, but you were probably just, being an asshole inside. You know what I mean? But the person who was interviewing you is the same person that I am today, but probably not, because I think I probably liked you a little more then, but you're a piece of shit, and I'm not. What it is that you like to call me cancer surviving Jew, that Jew cancer fake Jew. Hold up your Palestine thing and say, suck it, SG. That's what this is all about for you. Even before, Mo, you had a boyfriend dressed like Hitler in his picture. That's what this is about for you. You, for some reason, think even though she doesn't, she's not practicing Jew, but I will tell you that if there was ever anybody holding a gun to my head and they said, if you say you're Jewish, we're putting a bullet in your head, well, then I guess I'm getting a bullet in my head, because that's how I would want to go out. You would say, I'm not a good Muslim. I'm not good. I'm not the, but I'm taking accountability. That's what you'd say. by the time they got finished, they'd take you out anyway. Nobody would want to be around you. I mean, like, yeah. Ugh. But me, I'd go out with pride. But that's exactly what you want to breed in your kids. Your parents bred it in you, and you want to breed that in your kids. It's exactly what it is. Exactly. Silly bitch. Silly, silly bitch.
Now it's starting to piss me off.
You think I care what's starting to piss you off? Do you? Do you think I care what is starting to piss you off?
No, what are you talking about gross? Because it wasn't so gross when SG was talking about you because you were friends with people she didn't like. It wasn't so gross when other people were getting mad and you were in their chat cheering them on. It wasn't so gross.
Why are you yelling and screaming? Oh, because you don't want anybody to like the Jew, right? Is that it? Is that it?
When you're behind the scenes telling people how fucked up SG is, it's not so gross.
Look at you lying, like you know anything about being behind the scenes. You don't. I mean, yes, you are behind the scenes. You're in the basement. Your family's humiliated about you. You smell. But yeah.
You guys see all the fucking shit that she does to people. Oh, she never told Brandy that wished her to be unalive. What?
Where is that? You got something to say that? You got some proof of that? Tell you what. I could go through the audio. I could find some audio of Brandy where, man, she just runs her fucking gob. And nobody knew who the fuck it was. Threatening everybody, too. Like, and then at the end of it, she's like, an amen and this and that. Now, here's what I don't understand. Brandy, are you that? Okay. Now, you can take it either way. Like, first of all, you shouldn't be calling anybody's phone number that, Debbie gives you off the internet. But you did. You privated your number and called me. Oh, we're not going to go back to that towel on your head, are we, Tiffany? I'm so fucking sick of hearing that, you stupid bitch. And you were very nice to me on the phone, even though it's pretty creepy that you were calling me. Have you ever told Angel Baby or anybody that? I didn't till now. Because for some reason you thought you were going to leave some comment all snippy to me. But I hadn't brought you up. Your friend Angel Baby did. But why so very stalkerish to call me. But I talked to you and I was nice to you. And yell at you and nothing like that. And you know that. You said, I just wanted you to know, I think it's wrong what they're doing. You were nice. Why do you have to act one way in public? You don't know how to stand by your convictions or anything? Or have you, you don't want them to, I don't know. Like, you were very nice on the phone. So I'm just curious. I didn't bring you up today but you felt it necessary to leave me a nasty comment. Why is that? Are you not your own person? Hmm? Because I know your afflictions. You're no big bad bitch. So why do you not tell the truth?
Just like she never called me a towel head, right?
No, I never did. I said
Which
no. I said you had a dirty towel on your head. It was Sharon who called you a towel head. So yeah, get it straight.
a towel on your head, bitch. You got that nasty, dirty towel on your head.
How many times are you gonna
okay.
say that?
Okay.
How many times are you gonna say that? How about you use that towel and take a fucking shower? Dirty bitch.
You never said that, right? Or just like when she tried to lie and say that I told people that I would rather not be like
Oh my
Janelle.
God, we've already established that I misheard you. We played it slow. I apologize. But how many times are you going to use that now? Trash bag.
I said I would rather be me than binging out.
Okay, and we've already established that it was misheard. Hi, Munchie.
Improved it, but because she's so fucking drunk.
No, I proved. No, listen. No BS said. I think this is what she said. We played it slowly. Correct. You didn't prove shit. I don't give a fuck about you proving shit. Nothing you say or do is relevant. Ugh. Yes, I'm drunk and high all the time. Well, we'll see how people think I'm drunk and high when you're the one nodding out in front of your kids all the time, okay?
And speeds and slows her shit down. She don't even know what the fuck shit says herself because she fucks with it so much.
Sure, okay.
You know? And the only reason why Ellen was texting her all the videos that she has about Ellen, the only fucking reason why Ellen was making those fucking texts is because of her. She was on a live stream cussing Ellen out and
What are you talking about? What are you talking about right now? What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking reply that Ellen fucking made was because it was something SG said. She didn't just...
That doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about right there? Man, you hate Jewish people, don't you?
Harass SG. Fuck that narrative. And see the difference between you bitches and me? I can fall out with somebody and I cannot be cool with somebody, but I can have enough integrity to say...
You don't have integrity. You don't even have soap. Shut up. Nobody thinks you have integrity.
God. The fucking truth. Right? I don't have to be someone's best friend or hate somebody with all I have to say what I really fucking feel.
Sure sounds like you hate me with everything you have. It always has. Oh God, if you stop with the telling me, but that was your friend Sharon. Why don't you fucking at least fucking you be tagging me and shit that's from Sharon's page and act like it has something to do with me? Don't, man. Shut up.
Just like when people's children are being posted and people's family members are being called. Even when I decide to be cordial with somebody, I will always stand on that is wrong. That's not a...
Shut up. Shut up, you will. You're a fucking waste of oxygen.
Okay. But none of you guys can. Calling my husband, that's perfect. Oh, I understand. I get it. But, you know, I didn't want to drive there. Well, you can now, bitch. I want you to drive here. You know, and that's the thing. These bitches are constantly on the internet talking shit. But when it comes to that...
First of all, Tiffany, I'm willing to bet nobody quite knows where your husband is. He's not around you. Certainly not around you. And I really am like, uh, your husband doesn't give a shit what you do. He really doesn't, obviously. I mean, I feel like a part of him is maybe kind of scared because, you've listened in on so much shit that, that's going on there that who knows what you'll say or do to him. Pretty sure you've probably threatened to turn him in for shit and stuff. But man, you're really getting me to that point. You're pissing me off. You know, you are pissing me off because I could care less about your fucking husband. I've never put a fucking picture up of your husband ever. Care less about that fucker. You know what is going on in your household and what is being partaken of. I mean, this guy is flying back and forth, and you said it yourself. He's like a well respected man. You know, we know what he's a well respected member of. But put all that aside, and there's just, if this guy for some reason is not giving two shits that you're the weak link when it comes to that shit. Like it's almost like you want something to happen. Like you do. It's almost like you want something to happen. And for me, that's very crazy because I don't know.
When someone goes to fucking do it back to them and not in the way that they do it, all I'm doing is speaking. That's it. But because they want to blame every fucking thing on me, it's me.
You're so fucking ghetto. Who raised you like that? You ghetto nasty pig. Listen to yourself. What the fuck are you yelling about? Ugh. My God. Ugh. My God. That was the worst fucking mistake ever made, was giving this bitch a voice box.
Who gets told I'm the one harassing people? It's me who gets blamed for all this shit.
It's me. Shut up, you fucking two-ton Tessie. Shut the fuck up, man. Holy fuck. You sound like fucking that kid from fucking Willy Wonka. I want it now, Daddy. Like, shut the fuck up. God, you're a loser.
It's me who gets lied on every time someone gets mad.
Lied
Why?
on.
Because
fucking, you know what? It's lied about. Not lied on. Jesus. My God. Learn some fucking proper grammar.
Let me go fit in with this group of people. Because now that Tiffany and I are arguing, now I need to go fit in over here. Because
nobody gives a fuck about you, Tiffany. Not even your own family. You're a fucking disgrace.
If I don't, then nobody will validate me. What the fuck is wrong with you people? And anybody who does come in my chat, they get fucking tormented. They get told that their voice don't matter. They get told they're liars, that they're not correct.
That's not true. Can you give us an example? But you have to pick somebody who's actually credible. Like, because yeah, Dash is not credible, and Net isn't, Diane isn't, Kimberly 11 isn't. She goes around lying. Yeah, so you gotta have somebody credible to do that.
Credible anymore. But when all of you guys came in, minus SG, you were still credible. You still told the truth.
You see what I'm saying? Every time you say something, you go, I'm open to everybody being nice, with the exception of SG. So you admit that you are harassing me, and you admit that. But I don't want to go there. So why don't you just fucking simmer down over there? Why don't you just make some dolls, pretend they're your friends, sit them around the room, talk to them? I mean, really.
And that was okay. Like, come on. There's one or two people that's running this whole show. You guys are so fucking scared.
Do you think that? Do you think that that's the case? Do you think we're not all in our 50s and shit and we actually run our own lives? You're the one who said you record every phone call you have with your friends. You're the fucking piece of trash, bitch.
Of them. That you fucking tuck your shit between your legs, man. And that is what you become, is a pussy ass bitches.
Really? Is that what you think? Is that what you think, Tiffany? I'm Berry Bear. I'm sure. Oh, you know what, secular? I'm going to kick you out. Or even if that's not secular, I will. No. Fuck that shit. Mm-mm. Why do you keep fucking coming in here talking about Elliot and Gearhead? Fuck, can't stand that shit, man. Fuck that shit. Mm-mm. You get on my nerves, man, dude. Ugh.
Okay? Well, I will never be that. I will maintain who I am.
What are you talking about? You'll never be that. You admitted you record all your friends' conversations to blackmail them.
Like I always have. Whether you people want to call me a liar or not. Don't matter to me.
We know.
My shit has remained the same, but all your guys' shit
No, it's lying. You're a liar, Tiffany, okay?
does not. Like what I help with or what I didn't do or how I did this or how I didn't that. My shit has always stayed the same with all of you. But as the years go by, Janelle, she just suddenly doesn't remember anything she said. She don't remember what she said. So if you don't remember what you said to my husband...
Who gives a fuck? You said she was fucking dogs. He should have fucking cared what his dirtbag wife is doing online. Okay? So why are you bringing up Janelle now? Worry about yourself, you dirty trash bag.
How do you remember what I said to you a year ago, bitch?
She probably doesn't care.
So how?
She probably doesn't care. Why are you going to bring up Brandy again? I don't understand. See, until Brandy talks about our phone call and how it was pleasant, and then she thinks she's going to talk shit on here, then it's just irrelevant because I didn't bring up Brandy. So, yeah. So why are you bringing her up? I don't even know.
SG?
SG, 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 SG.
You have something to say to Brandy. Why you don't say it to...
Excuse me, no. I didn't bring up Brandy. Angel Baby did. Then Brandy came, left some comment. Now, this could go one way or the other. So, Brandy, would you like to admit that we had a pleasant conversation? Or do you want to keep carrying on with this big bad bitch front? Hmm. Now, I don't know how it's any of your business in the least.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tiffany.
And if you guys have something to say, why don't you say it to the person? SG, if you have something to say to Brandy, why you don't say it to Brandy, bitch?
I did just say it. Is there a problem with you? Got something to do with you? What's going on with you over there? You out of pills or something?
And when she does comment back to you, who do you think you are? Better than you.
What are you saying right there?
Because she ain't on YouTube fucking with people every day of her life.
Let's not go there.
That's who she thinks she is, bitch. What the fuck? And then you sit here and you talk shit about Sharon and how she lives yet. Where are you at? In a hotel, aren't you?
You don't know where the fuck I am. You have no clue. You have no clue where I am. And I don't care where Sharon is. Sharon is more apt to talk about me than me talking about her. You want to incite something between people. I'm pissed that you're, using oxygen that good people could use. You're stealing from the system. Quite frankly, I don't care that Sharon burnt the Barbie, other than for the fact that she released toxins in the air that could cause cancer. Being representative of you, though, she can shove it in shit. She can flush it down the toilet. She can do whatever she wants with that because you are El Trasho.
Yeah, I know that you're in a hotel. I just haven't said anything because
You don't know that I'm in a hotel. Where? Where? Where?
Why would I do that? I'm just not going to go on YouTube. I'm not going to put myself in the middle of all this shit. But you want to nonstop, never leave me alone. Well, I wasn't around for the past couple.
Bitch, I don't even talk about you. Bitch, I don't even talk about you. You don't know anything about me. Okay? And I know where you are.
Days didn't nobody give a fuck about whether I was here to defend myself or whether I'm in alive to fucking defend myself. No. TH, it's okay. Open season.
Shut the fuck up. You are all up in fucking Melissa's live streams. You made the decision to not come onto the thing. Nobody was talking about you.
For that bitch. And because everyone already thinks I'm a liar, it's easier to believe these bitches. But it should say more about you guys when you switch up every time you're happy, mad, sad, friendly.
What are you talking about, freak of nature? Let people make their own decisions. Nobody needs to ask your permission.
Oh my god, it's sickening how much your guys' fucking stories change. Okay. How much your fucking shit changes.
All right.
So all you followers out there that are just following...
If only your clothing changed that much.
These people, you don't see that their fucking story changes? For example, SG was friends with NetNet for
almost... back to SG. People might actually take you serious if it wasn't always SG. Why are you so worried about anything that's going on? What's going on here?
3 years, but now all of a sudden, she lies about everything. She's not credible. She's ugly. She's this. She's that. She makes fucking nasty shit. Nasty pictures of her and her son. How do you make fun of something?
Wait a minute. I didn't make a nasty picture of her and her son.
For having a stroke. You gotta be fucked up in the head. And then you people
I want you to swear on the life of your children that I made a nasty picture of Annette and her son. Go ahead. You have integrity, remember? That's what you said. Swear on the life of your son or of your kids that I made a nasty picture of Annette and her son. You fucking lying twat.
So many of us don't give a fuck about her illness. I don't have to give a fuck. What are you gonna do? Arrest me because I don't give a fuck? Are you?
You need a wellness check, man. So you just come out with a complete lie because you want people to think that about a person with cancer, that they're doing that, right? Because, oh, this vulnerable person with cancer is, lie detector goes, lie, making pictures of this woman and her son. That's a lie. And then you start screaming like that. Man, if you were standing in front of me doing that shit, mm-mm.
Kidding me? You're on the internet every day and you can't even tell me for 1 second that you've played to these police officers all the times where you sing to people's dead happy birthday.
No. You're going to need to acknowledge my deceased relative, okay? You don't get to cut out whatever's convenient for you, bitch. Okay? That's not how it works.
To your dead daughter, happy birthday. To your dead son, happy birthday. To your dead mom and daddy.
Wow, now you're doing it. So, Why you're a sick bitch.
You mean to tell me the officers laughed at that bitch?
Why would I have to deal with any officers? You think I'm not dealing with enough in my life? I'd like to know, what did I supposedly do to you? I know you got a long list of me. I mean, you just blamed me for something I didn't even do. Whipped it right out of your fucking mouth. You're fucking sick, man. You gotta get a fucking wellness check. Because there's something wrong. You're gonna snap one day.
Tell me that was fucking funny to them? Well, maybe you deserve to stay in that hotel with those officers then.
I'm not in a hotel with officers. Do you hear yourself right there? I deserve to stay in a hotel with officers? What is wrong with this woman? Does anybody know? That's fucking weird, man. Fucking weird. Fuck. I don't have a mod in here that could remove something like that. I mean, maybe you're asleep or something, but.
And that's probably why you're in the hotel, because you keep telling these guys you're going to sleep with them.
Whoa. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. So you think if you make up that I'm in a hotel, now you get to go to this? Wow. Oh my God. You're fucking sick. You think I'm sleeping with anybody? I'm in fucking pain, bitch. Damn, you're disgusting.
Never followed through. And that's fine. Whatever. I wouldn't either. So good on you for that, I guess. Like Lou would say, right? Good on ya.
You're sick.
But it's not weird to any of you that she was just in my chat telling me to ignore you guys, to just let it go, da-da-da-da.
Who was?
Now all this.
Who was just in your chat? Who was just in your chat?
Sudden she's right on your guys' assholes.
What?
Like, it's funny to me. Fine, forgive people. Forgive each other. Cool, I'm happy for ya. But why, when you guys forgive people and become your little fucking friend groups, does it have to mean to down and belittle somebody else? Why?
Nobody is. You are doing that.
Okay, maybe it was poor timing for me to make that comment about Ellen. Okay, I'll delete it. Cool. But one comment compared to you people fucking with her for months.
What are you talking about? About Ellen? What is it?
And I would never do that. I made a comment because I didn't think it was a big deal, because she said it. several times.
No, it's because you're trying to act like I don't know who doxed me, but I do.
But I don't have a problem saying, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Personally, I don't really give a fuck, because if you say something, stand by what you say, right? Whether you're on YouTube or not. But again, I'm not always right?
Never.
And that's the kind of thing you do out of anger. Or out of sadness. Or out of just the sake of fucking saying the truth, right? You don't think about it and you just say it. Things like that is understandable.
That
But a
fucking
whole
neighbor, what are they arguing out there or something? Fucking crazy.
Story.
That's weird.
Things that will fucking define a person and who they are. A whole fucking narrative. Just the whole goddamn story changes up every fucking time you get happy or sad. Or every time you're friends or enemies with somebody.
It happened to be defaming me and slandering me while I was in the hospital. So it really has nothing to do with you, Tiffany. So why don't you just shut the fuck up, okay?
You guys are just the weirdest fucking people. And I get asked all the time, why do you like Chicken Winner? Well, it's not that we like each other. It's just that at least she is who she fucking is.
Why are you kissing her ass?
She cusses me out. That's it. But at least, no bullshit. Same.
Why are you kissing Chicken Winner's ass right now? I mean, I'm just curious. Why are you kissing her ass? It's weird.
Well, how can you laugh at it or like it? Well, because she uses our own fucking words. Yeah, my feelings get hurt sometimes, but she owes me no apology. Or he. Sorry, I'm not sure.
She.
When somebody does a parody with things that you say yourself or things that you do yourself, yeah, okay, everybody has a right to their own feelings, to whatever, but to judge someone or...
Nobody's doing that. We're just saying they're not funny anymore. See, the lunatics over on that side are more, like to make fun of, because, you guys are fucking losers, like fucking idiots, complete and utter idiots, man. So trying to make, I mean, you could make it as funny, but you're just not. But we know what a parody is and stuff like that. So, yeah. I don't know why you talk though, because I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but you're pretty much a lowlife that kind of thinks that you're normal, and people already resent you for sucking off the country, hating the country. That's the way it is.
Hate them or to bully them or to fucking paint them as...
Nobody's doing that to nobody else. Nobody's doing that to nobody else. What are you, fucking making shit up?
Something that they're not just because of your own words? Yeah, that's not right.
Shut up.
So...
Of your own words. Nobody's doing that. Not one person is doing that. Shut up.
Judge me if you want, but I think the shit's funny. And now that I'm starting to get over the whole how I look thing, because that's what it was for me, because I already hate myself how I look. So it's just my own insecurity, but that's a me problem, not their problem. It's a fucking me problem.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's your personality too, man. Your personality is not even
And you guys have problems with staying true to yourselves.
What?
You know, because
you trying to fucking like turn your shit onto other people. Shut the fuck up.
you're always in someone else's fucking shit.
No, you are. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Your whole entire fucking action. You're trying to convince me that I don't know who was the one person who knew my address. You're a fucking idiot.
Gosh, oh my, ew, gross. Oh my gosh. But you can never just stand on you and what you fucking believe. It's always different depending on.
Absolutely. No, it isn't always different. You're always trash. Well, what has changed is no BS is not funny anymore. I mean, what? You just lied and said I made a picture of Annette and her son. I know, Munchie. Destroyed her own looks. Like, I don't know if she did that on purpose to the guy. You know, like, doesn't make sense.
Who's your friend that day? That should say more about you bitches than me. But in this community, no, that's not how it works in this community. In this community, it just depends on who's friends with Snail and her owner. That's what
stupid you sound. Snail and her owner. What is she, Gary? And she's fucking owned by SpongeBob? The fuck are you even talking about? What are you talking about? Why are you calling names? Why don't you shut up?
You guys decide who you're going to support and who you're not going to support. That's how you guys decide who's credible and who's not. By who those bitches are friends with.
Well, people are allowed to change, you know, like maybe see something, have an epiphany, you know? I mean, like, but what do you like stand on other than flip-flops that are men's size? Huh? You're fucking corny as hell, Tiffany.
When isn't that funny? Because it changes. That changes too. So you guys are okay with that?
No, actually, no. Nobody's okay with you talking, lying, inserting yourself, stealing from the government, hating the country, treating your kids rotten. No, nobody's okay with it.
Group of you are okay with 1 minute they're in my chat telling me it's no one's business when I celebrate Zaki's birthday. But the next minute they're in someone else's chat saying, well, that bitch didn't even buy her can of cake. And you guys just follow it.
You're going back that far. You want to know why you're going back that far and what your anger is right now? Is you thought by now we'd all be falling and we'd all have fall out now. That's her problem. She thought by now, you know, they'd be back in her chat, you know, it would be the way it was. But sometimes people have epiphanies, and especially watching how they, you know, how the grand exodus was so, you know, shocking, like to all of us. And then, you know, hearing Sharon be like so rude to Munchie when Munchie wasn't being rude in the least, saying that she wished she had, you know, like some kind of an accident during her surgical procedure. And she did say that, okay? She went around wishing me dead. How long do you think I'm going to sit there listening to these people and say, I did that? But you never bring up Abel's going, I hope your cancer comes back and you die. Never bring that up. Never bring up her dead relatives live stream. Fuck you. As if none of that matters. No, it does. So that's what your fucking anger is right there. But the facts is, your kid said, Mom, will you bake a cake? And you said, I ain't baking no fucking cake, dude. Or bro, whatever you call them. Yeah, that's the facts.
Fucking sheep. Come on, man. And then you talk about me? Okay, I might.
Hubby fucks Jeeps over there. Is that what she said, bro? Yeah, bro, I ain't baking no fucking cake. He goes, you know what I would like, Mom? Some thin spaghetti with sauce, some cheese on it. He wanted some vegetables and a cake. And you laughed at him. You're so funny. You're a fucking asshole. You are a complete and utter fucking asshole. And then you keep trying to convince the kid that he wanted to wait till quote unquote daddy got home. You're a loser. Bad mother. Just ridiculous.
Make some bad choices sometimes. Like maybe it wasn't the best for me to put that fucking line about Ellen in my post. Whether she said it or not, I probably shouldn't have done that, right?
What line about Ellen are you talking about? You're still talking about you trying to pretend that I don't know who doxed me? Or you trying to pretend you know where I what's going on here? I mean, in all honesty, Tiffany, if you're going to be answering questions truthfully, I'd like to know, why did your son, grown, if you don't play around, right? So he's got his faculties, he knows what he's doing, think it was okay to spend $300 on Uber? Did you say it was okay? Or did he just do it himself? Hmm? I mean, there's a lot more uh, perplexing questions that I'm sure people would be interested to know the answer. But you know what you'll do? You'll say, SG was harassing my kids again. Because you think the problem is you putting one sentence about Ellen. You're gross. Everything about you is gross.
In good faith. I probably shouldn't have said that. It's probably not the best thing. Whether we're arguing right now or not, chicken winner's right. Probably shouldn't have. Okay. But the rest of you having the audacity to judge me when your whole fucking lives change, your whole morals.
You just said, I'm fucking people in a hotel. Who are you talking to about morals?
Change. Fuck. If you're around a Trump supporter, Trump 2026. If you're around a fucking Democrat supporter, it's fuck Trump. He's a motherfucking piece of shit.
People like you, you don't have the right to vote, do you? You should be tested. I think people should be tested before they get to vote, because if people like that are voting, and then you've got people who are literally like they, educate themselves on the topics and what's going on. And then you got you. Ugh. So gross. So gross. So gross. Just so gross. You have no respect. You're so gross. You have no respect for this country whatsoever. You're a fucking grotesque bitch.
You people change like you'll blink and your fucking affiliations have changed. But yet you call me a liar and a piece of shit. Look, at least I stand on who I am. Okay? At least I.
Well, why you want to stand on being a piece of shit, I don't know why. But that's a you problem. Don't make it everybody else's problem. Because then that's when it becomes a problem.
Have never changed who I am. And you guys can all say I haven't grown or I haven't become better, but that's a lie.
No, it isn't.
But of course, you guys wouldn't see that, or you guys wouldn't know that. You wouldn't see the things that I've grown in. Why?
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. No. You're pretty much the epitome of a lowlife. Whether it's you, Tiffany, or somebody just like you. We've all seen lowlifes, and that's what you are. I'm sorry, you are. Okay? That's what you were raised by, I guess. I don't know. I'm assuming your parents were prejudiced. So you were raised that way. And you're a lowlife. You're just a fucking lowlife. God, you're a lowlife. Just get it through your fucking head, man. And that's not something that, people I would normally do. Most people wouldn't. They just, but the way you do it is like, you're fucking dead proud about being a lowlife too. And then you'll come on and talk to all of us like you're better than us or something. And we're all looking at you like, what the fuck? You're a fucking lowlife. You wear a bedazzled Confederate hat. Your boyfriend dressed like Hitler. Those two things alone.
Right? Because you guys choose to see the negative all the time. You guys choose to see the bad in somebody. You guys take the insecurity of a person.
No, you say it all the time.
And make that who they are, right?
And then you try to put other people down. Yeah, especially me. Your poor kids, they're not faring any better. You're right about that, Richard. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You've done that with my husband, with my kids, with how I look.
Nobody's done anything to your husband or your kids. You do enough to them. You are poison.
SG have honed in on every one of my biggest
Wow, SG. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Do you have a reason why you think I give two fucks about you? I don't give a fuck about your insecurities. I could care less. There was a time when I would encourage you and say nice things, but fuck it. Fuck you. Why do you always say my name? I'm not doing shit to you. You can't beat me. I'm already taken. So just go away.
That because I'm fat, maybe my husband don't look at me the same. So
I don't care. I don't care, Tiffany. You were even lying about when you were saying about crying outside of Tim Hortons, and you kept trying to act like that was something I made you do. And then I go back and look, and that was something Sharon fucking made you do. It was Sharon telling me, God, fuck off, man. I didn't do shit to you. Anybody, if they go and they watch that live stream I shared on my community post where we had an interview together, I was all on your side and fucking encouraging and saying Sharon was wrong. Yeah. But see, then little by little, it starts coming out that, man, every time you would talk about me, you would bring Jew into it. Jew. That Jew cancer survivor and stuff like that. Yeah. You're sick, man. Mm.
Of course, you guys are going to joke around with it and say that of course he don't love me. Of course he don't love me anymore. And of course my husband don't find me attractive anymore. You guys find that shit funny to say dumb shit like that.
No, we don't, but you're the one who talks about it all the time. Why would you, though? At what point were you like, well, here's the thing, you're going to marry a guy who tells you to cover your hair, which was one of the things that you loved to do, was your hair. You were great at it. Any color suited you. You looked very healthy and tan. Everything. What made you get married and then do what you're doing? Like, seriously. It's like you cut off your nose to spite your face. Fucking weird, man. But that's not our problem. So shut up, man.
You find it funny to talk about people for no reason, just because you don't like them.
No,
you guys,
no. Nobody's talking about you.
Bullied a woman and their child who had cancer.
No, that did not happen. That didn't happen. There you go again, making up some lie. That didn't happen. No, it didn't. But ask yourself, where'd she go, man? If you guys care so much about that, how come you guys aren't getting no updates? That was your buddy. Come on, man. Let's call a horse, right? Don't even try it, bitch.
Anybody who has came in your chat and told you that they had cancer, it's all about you. Nobody's allowed to even answer.
See, you just always bring it back to me, don't you? You're such a fucking lying twat. You really are a lying twat. I ought to make your fucking life miserable. You deserve it.
Where's Bubba?
Where's Bubba? You got any real name? Answer it, kid.
All about you people.
How about
never
you
about
people?
The truth. It's never about what's really.
What do you mean by you people? Anybody know? Hey, Courtney, how you doing? Listen to this fucking tramp.
Going on. It's all about you.
Okay.
Hi, baby. You smell good.
Okay.
What? Here. Here, Brian.
You know, now's the time you should get off your live stream and start interacting with your kids. They just came in. Now you get off your live stream and make them priority.
You have to use the bathroom? So, before you guys continue your shit, maybe you can really look inside of what's really real.
Well, maybe you should. Those kids in front of you, they're really real.
And maybe speak about that. and not continuing to always change who you are and what you think and what's the truth and not the truth. Yeah, I understand there's three truths: your truth, my truth, and what really happened. Everybody exaggerates. Everybody has different
Shut up. That's no life lesson to be teaching.
perceptions, whatever. And like I said, maybe Chicken Winter's right. Maybe I shouldn't have put her in it at all, even for one line. Maybe that was bad character of me.
Maybe nobody should be stalking somebody and trying to find their address. Oh, you ever think that?
Okay? Never claimed to be perfect. But you know what? You guys are non-stop on here, man. Non-stop.
No, nobody was talking about you, Tiffany. You're not that important.
And SG, you're going to continue, and you are going to have a rude awakening, Carrie Ann B. She is. So whether you think it's gross or not.
Wait a minute, what? Carrie Ann B? Why are you bringing Carrie Ann B in? You're sick. What's wrong with you? I saw Carrie Ann B saying, like, sorry to hear about your father. My father, she said something, right, relating to him about, no, I'm not on StreamYard. I'm not on StreamYard. I don't know how to let people come up on. I would definitely, maybe when I, get StreamYard back, I will, but I'm not prioritizing StreamYard right now, but I would definitely love to have you come up. But, and Mark's response, she would come over to my live streams. I just was like shocked that he didn't even acknowledge what you're saying. It's like so crazy.
My older sons are fucking grown ass men. Do you think that they like to come on here?
Hold on a minute now. Before, they were kids, and I was trying to tell one to get a job and support the family, which was a lie. Now you're saying they're grown ass men. So you're bringing up your kids again in front of them and making them think I'm doing something to them. You are really pissing me off doing that.
See their mom being harassed and attacked. How would your kids feel? Would they like it? Now, yeah, I was joking, and I did say these kids nowadays are bigger trolls than ever. They don't give a fuck about nothing. That's the truth. That's the truth. But have you people not heard me every time my kids have said something where I've said, no, don't say that, or no, you're not going to do that?
No, I've heard you laugh really loud. You should, Courtney, and then we'd all have a different live stream to go to for a change.
But no, you people take every single thing that's twisted about me and run with it. No. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's... But yet you sit with the person who wishes death, cancer, unaliving. She wished Sharon's plane to crash.
I did not. Bobbles did. Bobbles did. I care because she's now keeps threatening me with her kids. But you're right. We do need to have fun. But that kind of shit pisses me off, man. Bobbles wished that. There's audio of it. Jeez, oh, Pete's, Tiffany. Do you ever stop lying?
All kinds of shit. Singing to everybody's dead relatives.
And you think my dead relatives doesn't
get drunk as fuck on social media and take off all their clothes and talk shit about other people and how they look. My fuba, right?
I kind of think that even the other person who's taking their clothes off is pretty good.
Worried about your own. But you guys love when other people's husbands and children get brought up.
See,
but you can't
you're doing it again in front of those kids. That is fucking mental abuse, man. God, they're mental abuse. You are fucking sick. Why don't you get the fuck offline when your kids come home and show them that you're happy they're home and do something with them instead of lying to them? You're really disgusting, man.
When yours, you can call other people's jobs. You can call other people's family.
I've never done that. You need to stop, Tiffany. You're sick. There's something wrong with you.
But at the very width, if you even think it's going to happen back to you, bam. Take that little privilege of yours. Pay that couple dollars that you know we don't have.
Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That privilege?
What you do best, lie, claim victimhood, narcissism. Claim it's all us. It's all us. When people.
Courtney, I'm not gonna lie. I am miserable because I'm not as funny as I used to be. I'm in a lot of pain and stuff, and it would be great if these people could just stop what they're doing. It's gone on for 5 years, and it's like on a daily. But then when she's threatening me with her sons that they're going to do something, nobody needs that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Oh, you can call Tiff's job. You're right. It's sick, man. This bitch she thinks that cancer is a privilege. Like, I don't know what she's thinking there. There's something wrong with her, but she should embrace her kids. I hear you there. There's only 4 minutes left.
To a point where they can't take no more. So they bottom out. And they start talking shit and not giving a fuck. I get there too. But what I found repulsive and just weird as fuck is that those same people doing this shit are the ones who's rallying around hate. So maybe if your little hate fest groups stop talking about all of us and actually support each other without making fun of NetNet, without sharing pictures of NetNet's.
Sharing pictures of NetNet's stroke? There's been pictures of all of us, Tiffany. All of us.
Stroke. When she's not in a wheelchair, thank God. Maybe if you guys could show a little bit of humanity, maybe it could all stop. But do you think that it's our responsibility to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, because you're very immature. Like, you're very immature because nobody's even talking about you. And I was in the hospital for like almost 2 weeks when they were sitting there harassing the fuck out of me. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, Tiffany?
No, honey. Because you've been doing this to us for years, SG. You are a piece of shit.
No, I'm not, Tiffany. I'm not. I can tell you very accurately how long you guys have been doing this to me. But see, you hear my stomach. You're prejudiced. You are. You were wearing a Confederate hat. Hi, Robbie.
So who cares if people care about your illness or not?
Wow.
And I find it funny.
You hear yourself? You're such a bad role model. You're an evil person.
That the people who say it's gross are really the people who always attacked you the most.
See? So you're just trying to cause strife. Like, you can't let people just... Yes. So, Tiffany, you've been harassing me for a very long time. And I don't really even... Tiffany, just shut the fuck up, man.
That's what's funny. It wasn't me sitting here spreading around those pictures of you. It wasn't me sitting in here laughing at you for rehoming Roscoe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
And pictures of your kid or tagging her and shit, that was your friends. That was Munchie. That was Snail.
Wow.
That was all of them. It wasn't me. So if you guys can just kumbaya around each other, more power to you. I'm happy for you.
Okay, so leave it at that.
But why can't it be just because they're supporting your illness? Why does it have to be giving you money or
Who talked to? What the fuck? The hell's wrong with you? You're gross, Tiffany. You're evil. You have evil running through you.
shit about us? Isn't it supposed, if you guys are seeking peace and you guys are the ones seeking that, so why don't you guys be the first ones to shut the fuck up?
Bitch, I was in the fucking hospital and fucking you were. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
Why don't you be the first one to shut up for longer than 2 days? Because, you know, some people don't stalk your page, you know, like me. So I don't always see things right when they're said and right when they're done. And yeah, I will admit, maybe I need to think about things before I say them. Yeah, so chicken winner, maybe you're right. But if anything, you guys need to think about every goddamn thing, man.
You're sick. Get off the fucking live stream and go tend to your kids.
'Cause you
God, she's a disgusting disgrace. She really is. Mm-mm-mm.
I hope so.
She knows that her fucking, like, she's anti-Semite. She's prejudiced, too, because she was wearing that Confederate hat, too.
The past. Maybe they wouldn't bring up the past if you didn't share lives from 3 years ago, SG. You doing that is what makes us bring up the past.
Excuse me, first of all, they're not from 3 years ago. This is today.
If anything, you guys need to think about every goddamn thing, man. Because you never, ever sleep.
No, I do
You
sleep.
just talk shit, about shit, about shit, about shit. So if you want people to give a fuck about you,
I don't care what you give a fuck about at all, Tiffany.
maybe you should shut the fuck up about them and their kids. And if you want people to
You don't talk to me like that. I consider you trash.
stop bringing up the past, maybe they wouldn't bring up the past if you didn't share
Sure.
lives from 3 years ago, SG. You doing
I
that
think that the live that I shared where I'm interviewing you is very interesting because, once again, I've been very kind to you, but you deep inside hated me because you were dating a guy who dressed like Hitler, okay? You called me the cancer surviving Jew. You're horrible.
what makes us bring up the past. The only reason I ever shared anything from the past and ever brought the clips from my shit and Inkster shit is because you kept posting shit from 3 years ago. You kept bringing up shit from my old Facebook and lies at that.
Fuck you and
that's
fuck
weird
your
ass shit
Facebook.
to go into somebody's fucking real life and post.
Fuck you and your Facebook. You told everybody to go to your Facebook. I don't give a shit about you, Tiffany. Do you understand me? I could care less about you. But you're not going to sit there and lie and say I'm fucking people in a hotel and shit. Fuck do you think you are?
About them from years before you even knew who they were.
That was Sharon. Just so you know, Sharon is the one who sent me that. So I wouldn't have known anything about your lying, saying that you had cancer, bleeding from the eyes, ears, nose, mouth. You're a dirtbag.
But I guess it's no rules for you bitches, right? Pathetic.
That's what he said. She's gross, man. She's a gross person. She's very gross. Mm-mm-mm. It's just Tiffany, I want to know what the fuck I suppose he did to you. To be honest, like, you came into this community just hating me and everything that somebody else does. You say I did it, and it's really gross.
The thing is, Jared, when I seen when I first got on, I seen all the, if you go to sleep, yeah, come on. I seen all the stuff about me, about Maddie. And, to be honest, I didn't research anything and I was ignorant about
You. So what you're saying there is you even came on here claiming you knew everything about Maddie, all this shit, but you didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. But you were yelling and screaming.
it. So it was a knee-jerk reaction. I can understand. It was. And I was like, why do you talk about her missing tooth when, and this was after, by the way, I was like, I already know when I go on YouTube, because at that time I didn't realize StreamYard was playing on freaking YouTube. But I was like, when I go on YouTube, first two things people are going to say to me is about my scarf and about my teeth. But I want to say something to you. And I'm right, absolutely. I get that. I get where you're knowing that people would respond to you, right? Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, I think them going after your kids. Yeah. And the things that they're doing and everything has really passed the limit.
See, I was defending you. See, you didn't want it that way.
Okay, that was back in what, April? I mean, here we are in July. And
now here we are 5 years later, Tiffany, and all you do is bash the fuck out of me. I didn't do shit to you.
Comment, and to be honest with you, after that, I said, I just made one comment and I said, you know what? Why are you making fun of her freaking tooth when you have the same missing damn tooth? Like, I don't understand that concept. And then I said, but you're so beautiful and you have so much talent. Why are you?
So, what you're saying there is not correct. You were pacing around. You were on Tom's. You were screaming at Sharon for making fun of Maddie's teeth, saying you're missing the wrong tooth, or you're missing the same tooth. So you came on to fight.
That feeling on bullying somebody that has nothing if you have so much. Right. I couldn't understand that. I understand what you're saying, absolutely. And the thing is that makes total sense. A lot of people think that way. That it's
and a lot of people did think that way, that it was very wrong for Sharon to keep harassing Maddie. I thought it was wrong for a lot of people to keep harassing Maddie. They loved watching Maddie get kicked out in the cold. I remember fucking Connie M, who they will always fucking act like I did something to her. I didn't. I remember watching her do something to Maddie where Maddie ended up, kicked out in the cold. And she was doing a live stream. Connie kept saying how warm it was where she was. Maddie was in tears, crying because she was so cold.
They call it like somebody else who's, in the same position, but they're judging somebody. Think is they're judging somebody that is in the same, and that's what Sharon does. I heard her call that on that Daywave radio, and then somebody else said it, where Sharon is putting down people yelling, get a job, you're lazy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wait a minute. These are people who probably have worked in their life. And, she was
I remember Bob was screaming at me, get a job, I've seen people say to me, something that you know nothing about SG, which is so ridiculous. You know, um, but here we are, 5 years later, and there you are, Tiffany, saying I'm fucking men in a hotel.
In the meantime, when I went back through her videos of cattle prodding people, cutting the crotches out of the high school swim team, when, all the things that she admits about her own self, but laughs inappropriately after them, thinks she's...
Now, see, this is somebody who's never changed, Tiffany. Understand me? I have always defended the underdog. I know right from wrong. Both her and Bobbles. Man, something bad would happen to somebody that they were behind, and they'd be jumping in their seat, man. Tooting horns, slapping their knees. I remember seeing somebody in Sharon's room mention brain cancer, and fucking Sharon was slapping her knees. She laughed really out loud, picked up her horn, and was blowing her horn. Whether it would be me with cancer or somebody else, it's disgusting. I wasn't raised that way. That's these issues right here,
Popping because she's an addict, and hey, look at us, we're all jealous of her. Those kind of things are what make me think, wait a minute, I'm looking at this, and this woman said what a lot of people think. Yourself, I'm talking about. Yeah. And months later, here you are being threatened with CPS. Yeah.
See, you don't even sound interested in it at all. Like, you're just like, yeah, messing around with something. Like, you're not even absorbing this, because you knew inside that you're anti-Semite and prejudiced against. So you just...
The immigration, the ISIS stuff, and all this. And I want to ask you, did you ever say you were going to contact the Sandy Hook parents? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Why would I say that? I don't have to bring this up. So, third day of school. So he wasn't there that day. So when I found out that Tiffany actually was a part of a conspiracy theory, and I heard it from one person at first, and then I researched it myself, and I contacted people from some for other communities.
And see, then when it turned out that people, looked and stuff, he didn't go to school there. He didn't. And very odd that you would be, in another state because of a domestic violence situation, but on Facebook, giving out your so-called location.
Communities that had already come forward to certain people in this one, and I found out she really was, and she bullied the parents, and she suicidal them, and she, right, but so if she said parents committed suicide, when I ever hear Tiffany,
I'm going to skim over this part because it's a sensitive topic. It's a sensitive topic.
She was in a community of conspiracy. I have proof of that. She was in a community of conspiracy theorists. Okay, I do believe that. Okay. I honestly, with my own eyes. And I researched, but like you said, it really could have been someone, because she wasn't as experienced as she. That donated because, However, I do agree with you. That was wrong. I said that on my channel. I said
It's wrong that it was allowed to be uploaded in the first place of anyone.
Yeah, and it's wrong. Yeah, like I said, I even told people, because some of my mods, they get on me when I talk nice about them, her or Sharon. They're like, really, Tiffany? What the heck? And I'm like, well, let's fight. Yeah, and let's fight against this without becoming it. Right? So how do we do that? How do we fight against it?
Well, you're quite mean.
Without becoming it. We say the truth. We list the things that are good about them, right? And we leave the things that are bad for the people who want to focus on that shit.
Okay, but let me just say something to you, Tiffany. I agree there. But you won't allow that to happen for the people in my live stream that we've decided to move on. That you will not allow. So you guys, like NetNet gets to move on with Crystal and this, that, and the other thing. But not SG. You just want to list everything. I just can't even imagine that, See, so you're aware of how people can achieve peace and move on. But you're also aware that you don't want to allow me that. That's right.
And we focus on the important stuff like racial discrimination, discriminating against religious beliefs, body shaming, fat shaming, and stuff like that.
You do know that not only fat people get shamed, though, right? You do know that skinny people get body shamed too, right?
I said, what happened to her was horrific. And I don't care what that woman did in her life. She is to be able to still show her face after that. She has some confidence, and that's a good quality.
She does have confidence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's
give it to her.
Because I wouldn't be able to show my face. I mean, all this.
Now, you're talking about Tiffany M there. And I agree with you. Do you know that 2 weeks ago, or within the last 2 weeks, you were fine with her until she came into my chat room and went into Nets, I guess, and politely asked, hey, could you guys, as she's going through a hard time right now. And it became like, now we're talking about something Ellen said earlier, through that live stream where you're going off on Tiffany M for being in my live stream. Ellen was adamantly typing whore, whore, whore. Okay? Isn't that weird? So, you think that people who come into this live stream are automatically fake? Then you went into some other community even and accused Tiffany M of everything that you accuse other people here for. Really sick shit.
Stuff that's happening with me, it gives me motive to fight. It gives me ammunition. It powers my fuel that has been out for 8 years in isolation, getting sober. 7 years, they all belong to me. Empowering fueling my ambition.
That's how I feel too. Empowering, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like she could be really essential to a cause like this if it wasn't so
a part of it though. That's
she is a part of it. She is a part of it. But the thing is that some of those people who have been behind the group than Tiffany M, they're bigger. They're much. I do understand her. Well, just like you said, of the how we become it kind of thing. You know what I mean? So putting up, being able to upload something like that.
Oh, that's horrific. Yeah, I don't understand.
That's horrific. And that kind of.
You know who did that, Tiffany? Your friend Sharon. Yeah. Jules as well, yeah.
Stuff should be, nipped in the bud that can ruin people's lives. And if it was a weaker person.
Even laughing at that.
If he was a weaker person.
Oh, you know who had a live stream about her? Something to do with flashlights, too. Your friend Debbie Cray, too, who's very disgusting. Yeah. Because she was supportive towards me. And your problem was, you came right out and said it. You said, because we don't want to show any support to SG. Well, that's sick. You don't have to show support to me. But you don't need to fucking harass me.
If she was a weaker person.
Yeah, exactly. I say that all the time.
I
say that all the time. Like, just like the stuff going on with me, if I was a weaker person or if this stuff happened to a weaker person, what could happen? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You're right. That's why I said, like, her confidence is unbelievable. It's undeniable.
Right. And yours too. And, and that's the thing is like, that makes me feel like warriors, but she needs to focus her energy in a more positive form than what she's doing. She's backing I think she's trying, in my opinion, to form her own true religion. Because we are eventually going to go back to the first night that you appeared on Chosen One with her, but we'll build up to that. So here we go right here. All right.
I mean, okay, look it. It's one thing to dislike somebody. I get it. Sometimes we don't all get along. It's one thing to take things into real life. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be. Like they're claiming immigration's being called. I doubt it.
Now, why do they doubt it? I mean, like, what's the point of they keep bringing it up? It seems to be more of a. Like I said, I haven't seen your live streams, but. Now, is that true? Did that happen?
Yeah. Yep, it did.
I know they've been making some very, very serious things going on here. Last night, she disgusted me, Sharon Reed. She disgusted me.
But listen, all my kids.
I can't hear you then.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All my kids.
You sound low.
Okay. Because I'm in a house full of kids, so I can't really scream at 12 o'clock. But all my kids, my husband, everybody's a citizen now. So there's nothing they can do. So I'm just going to say that. Because with immigration, I don't want to say much if you want the truth. However, I do, and I will, because I do trust you, show you the proof.
Now, isn't that something? What changed, TH? Isn't that something?
Proof. I don't have a problem doing that. However, I don't want to speak the proof on that because I don't feel comfortable with it.
Well, I don't doubt what you're saying and that there's proof. I find it appalling that they're even accusing or even thinking they have the right to delve into that kind of personal thing because you said something that we all were thinking on a panel with the same woman that is now on this panel putting you down. But Tom Reed is supposed to dislike Sharon and like you. So I don't understand, like, why is Tiffany, able to have any kind of interaction with somebody that Tom Reed is supposed to dislike?
Well, I don't know what you mean because Tom Reed and Tiffany are not in cahoots. If that's what you
Right.
mean.
No, I'm saying that Sharon is supposed to be not any. Well, Tom Reed isn't a fan of Sharon. He likes you more than Sharon.
Yeah, I think he. yeah. He does.
Right. So if there was anybody who could get Tiffany M to shut up and stop, stop this going on, is Tom Reed. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Mhm.
Immigration. No, I'm saying because that and that her hubby is being photographed at work. Come on. Where does he work? Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't know.
Now, we don't even know, and we wouldn't want to know where your husband
That's baiting
works
me.
because it's
That's
not our
baiting
business.
me. That's baiting me to say it so they can have an excuse for
Right.
when it happens again.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
have you
See,
guys
that's
not
smart.
have you guys not seen all the times that her and her people have said it down in the comment section? What government agency said can we call next? Who can we
Yes.
follow next?
Yes.
What is
So if that was going on, why do you keep blaming me? Tiffany. Even the videos recent that you have shared trying to prove some point are not even from my channel. They're from Sharon's. Why do you keep blaming me? What's wrong with you? What would make you think I sit idly by while you sat there blaming me all the time?
to tell you guys?
They're disgusting. That's what it tells me. They're disgusting. They're stalking you.
Yeah, I know.
That's the bottom line. They're stalking you.
Yeah.
You know? That's the bottom line. Yeah.
Look how she giggles when she's talking about it, though, with them, but with me, she's just fucking off the fucking chain.
That's what they're admitting here, that they're stalking you. So why wouldn't you be angry? You know what I'm saying? This is it.
where her kids go to school, but yet I've called the school. Come on. That's dumb shit. And if I do it, for whatever reason, I do make some kind of call, I'm going to let you guys know I did.
Now, see?
No, you're not, because you didn't let us know when you did it. You blamed it on Tish, and then you finally admitted it all the other times. And another thing, she
Bottom
does
line
know
is,
where
why is he doing that?
she
I mean,
does know where the school is. Remember the shorts I did in the beginning?
I do,
When I
but what
wasn't
I'm
doing
saying
videos?
is Burger King, because
No, you want to know why? I'll tell
Right.
you why. Because there's something legally going on. She's trying to cover her tracks and
Crazy. That's not a reason why. Like, what legal battle? What are you talking about?
trying to pound on your door and serve you papers, and you look out the window and don't take them papers.
No, I understand why she's denying it. I understand why
Yeah,
she's denying
so-
it. I'm saying, why would she even cross that line in the first place? It's disgusting.
Because that's who she is.
Right, exactly. And that's why we do these things, to let people know.
To be honest with you, that's ignorant that she even said that. Did she forget the other lie she did when she told everybody to go look at the short, which, by the way, is not private, where I'm videoing my kids get out the car because I was an
Then
idiot.
take that
They didn't
down.
know at the time.
Then
Well,
take
everybody
it,
already knows now, so
but take
But
it
anyways.
down. Because there's newbies every
So why am I still? Why am I to this day? Just to tonight, even like being called cunt and all kinds of shit, all like real evil dripping from your words. I didn't do that shit to you. I didn't do that shit to you. Why do you think I'm supposed to just sit there while you make up all these fucking lies about me?
day, and some of them
Yeah,
are.
well, to be honest with you, it just goes better for me. The more
No,
people start
because
shit,
while they're sitting
better.
there cleaning, yeah, but when they're cleaning, you don't. There's people out there who actually do hate Muslims and who would believe the shit, and they're crazy, and they're crazy.
Yeah, well, have you ever seen or heard of Hamtramck? It's a town of Muslim. Have you ever seen or heard of Hamtramck? It's a town of Muslims. I doubt someone would come here if they hated Muslims. Just look it up.
No. What I'm saying is, it's just because of the fact that Tiffany there has so many people, either some of them, manipulated and some not so much manipulated, but because of the fact that there's people, you ever notice like in your live streams and there'll be loads of people watching and the numbers don't mesh with the people talking? There's people like that New Day guy, remember him? Or Vern, crazies. And I'm sorry, Vern. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. That are like the person who was, took down John Lennon. They don't know why. They're just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's,
But now I'm being threatened by your full-grown boys for something that I've never done. My address, all this time is being put out there so that, if maybe they're convinced that that's going on, like I'm in danger. Them bushwhackers said something about my daughter too. Like, you're putting me and my daughter in danger. I didn't do anything to you. You don't get to fucking do that shit, Tiffany.
it's deeper. We'll have to talk more like privately so I can, because for 4 years this has been going on. I've been on YouTube since 2018. I didn't know Tiffany that whole time, but I was already being stalked through social media, and it's crazy that it still goes on. These are the kids that used to bully people through social media, and now they're adults. That's how long there's been no consequences, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So here we go. Here we go.
Right. But yeah, I'm thinking green card. I am thinking that. Hi, Arnold.
See? So they went from CPS to green card. If that isn't trying to incite violence and hatred and just without and out lies from a woman that all I can see that you did to her is offer her rehab, and she didn't want to go, and not bring her Burger King.
But I did still buy the Burger King, and still
You did what?
I still bought it, and she still picked it up the next day. She didn't want to go pick it up. You didn't see it?
You see, I got to deal with fucking idiots. Mad about Burger King and shit. But it has excelled to fucking the disgustingness that you say about cancer. And then I'm fucking people and shit. Here's proof that I didn't do shit to you. What's wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you, lady?
All the proof I showed of that.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. You did nothing to her.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You did nothing bad to her.
Oh yeah, I did. I snapped at her after she started the first live that she did when I wasn't able to make that lunch. She did a live and she was saying, well, if this stuff is really true, like, just playing with her audience instead of, being a woman and saying, hey, can you guys just back off a little bit? This is my life. I want this to happen. So it's going to be true because I'm going to make it happen. I have to do this. I have to call. I have to do intake. I have to do. I'm sorry, but anybody who knows when you get into a rehab, you don't just get referred and what they done for you. You have to show ID. You have to go into a place. You have to sit down. You have to
couldn't hold her hand. That was basically, she was mad last night because you prayed for her.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to stop praying for her.
That's what we're saying, is that basically you were praying for her so she would stop harassing you. That would make sense. Yeah. You praying for her because you pray for people all over the world, that makes sense.
Nah, I wouldn't want any of these people praying for me. At this point now, I've learned a lot and I know what they pray for. You're so much more passionate now, Tiffany, when you're talking about me, and that's disgusting. It's so fucking gross. I cared about what was happening to you. Something wrong, man. People.
Being mad that you're praying for her, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. But I did. No. She came on my live and she said, I put a link so all my people could hear your explanation to why you couldn't come. Girl, I freaked out. I was like, what are you talking about? You put a link. This shit is not YouTube. This is your life, Sharon. I don't give a shit about your link and your people. And I snapped on her because I felt like, really? Are we in junior high? Like, you put a link so they could hear my side of it? You tell
she could be doing this like private as your friend and stuff, or respect somebody's privacy, even if they're not friends. Just respect their privacy.
Right. Like I asked her specific things, and I told her like my kid's number. I trusted her and Belinda, and I'm like, listen.
See what I'm saying? Like, you're the one giving out your kid's fucking phone number and shit. I never was talking, privately with you and shit. Thank God. Because the shit that gets put in, you guys' shit is my fucking address, fucking phone number, shit like that, man. Gross.
I'm putting this trust in you.
You trusted Belinda? Who's that, Belinda Shaw?
No, the makeup person.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm like, that Belinda lady is the one who sent me the email.
What's her name?
Belinda Shaw, the one you just said.
That's her name?
No, there's two. Girl, are you serious? You just said Belinda Shaw.
Is the one that just sent you the email.
Yeah.
How weird is that, huh?
I know.
How fucking weird is that?
You have
because that's what I was going to say to you. You didn't give her your phone number, did you? Because I get emails from them too.
No, I don't think I did.
From that Belinda Shaw.
No,
they obviously have. They don't give your phone.
My email's out now because of the march I'm doing. So CWC's trying to get
Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about that.
I'm doing a march. I started it actually because of your ass.
Oh, thank you.
Because of me. Sure. Gosh, started it because of her. Because of me. Like, the point was that you never even talked to me about the fucking march, or I wouldn't be saying about it. But I think that I was trying to, I think I was disgusted in the whole femicide stuff, but as it turned out, I don't know, like between you, CWC, like fighting about it, but Weird, man.
Wish I could be there.
CWC actually brought it up because of you. She said, you know, this woman is so smart and so intelligent. She digs into things. She's right. You need to take this a different direction. Still do what you want on your life, but in your personal life, you need to stand up for your religion and stand up. But I didn't like the sound of only doing it for religion, because if you want the truth, I was so mad at that blackface. Like, that really, when I seen the face with the censorship sticker over the mouth, oh my Lord, I was tripping. I showed my husband, I showed my neighbors. I'm like, oh my gosh. I feel every, person I speak to, I tell them about it, and they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, come join my march. It's against this
But let me
stuff.
ask you a question. If you saw like a Jewish person and you didn't know they were Jewish,
Yeah.
would you assume that they were white?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you want the truth, I would.
That is the truth. That is the truth, right? Right.
Yeah.
You would. Even right. So for me, when it comes to being, oppressed and genocide and, exterminated, basically,
Yeah.
and I think that it goes, man, way deeper. Not just.
I forgot about it, to be honest with you guys. When I found it tonight, I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I forgot about it.
Colors. It's not color. It's more based on money. Whoever has the most money are the ones that they hate. They hate. They don't care. I mean, homelessness, it doesn't discriminate. There's white people, there's black people, there's all kinds of people that are homeless. It just doesn't discriminate.
She loves making fun of me, though, thinking that I'd be homeless, and they stalk me out of places. Apparently, I've got some kind of privilege because of cancer, but I didn't do anything to you, Tiffany.
And when I lived in England, when I was, 7 years old, going to school there, they would chase me home and call me a gollywog and a half-caste because they thought I was black. They thought I was mixed. But I'm not. I'm not mixed, but I do know how.
You can tell she doesn't give two fucks about what I'm saying, though. Her mind is already made up. You know what I mean?
Even being discriminated against and harassed of people thinking of the color, I guess, being Jewish, being a woman, being poor, there's a lot of, even just getting cancer seems to be an issue with a lot of people. Yeah, right. But it reached into my personal life, just like yours, where they, I know for a fact that Sniff is one of the people who definitely delves into researching and digging into people's lives.
But now they're pinging my phone, and so it didn't change. So Tiffany, you didn't change. You didn't make better. You're not better. If anything, you got worse. Maybe. Who knows?
Hi, HMB. Hi, Summer Baby. Definitely is a person who will purge apps that can, been verified, stuff like that. She is, and it's a shame because basically I'm like you. I just want to be happy and encourage people and point.
But me, I'm always, thinking the best of things and people, and I know better. Yeah.
Now the best parts of people, and You know what I mean? And encouraged. Love and light kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I never expected to be on, go on YouTube and then have to defend myself of some of the ugliest things that I never experienced. And the first time you experience them is as an adult with other adults. It's the weirdest shit.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's more serious.
One of the things I hate the most, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up in Thomas.
You're going in and out.
Okay. I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. Okay. And
It's hard to hear you. Is anybody else
She said she grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. Yeah, figured that.
having a hard time? I can't hear her at all now.
because I stopped talking.
Oh.
Oh, haha. Well, that would make sense. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, because I took the stupid headphones out, which I'm gonna have to be loud now. I do not like StreamYard. Straight.
You're not loud.
But no, in my house I am though.
Mm.
I have like 6 people, kids sleeping and a husband sleeping. Well, 2 kids.
Well, put your mouth closer to the phone then, or whatever you're using.
Well, I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. That's first. I watched racism happen all around me. And for some reason, I always went against the grain. And I'm happy that I did. The minute I met my husband, I don't know what it was about him, okay? Because he was not my type at all. But I loved him, okay? And when I put that scarf on, I understood what it felt to be discriminated against.
Right?
So I've seen it from both sides of the fence, and I don't like it. And that is what this march is about, against hate, against
Absolutely.
racial discrimination, against anybody who will look at me because I wear a scarf and say I'm Arab. That's ignorance. I am not
Yep.
Arab. I am Muslim. And it's not a problem with asking me that or innocently saying that. It's when you say it,
Derogatory.
you say the word.
Derogative?
Yeah,
Derogatory.
provocative. I can't say that word ever.
Provocative. Does that mean sexually?
Yes, it does. Exactly.
No, it's not
Because I would say
exactly. It's derogatory. It's not exactly. It's derogatory.
derogatory. I don't even know. I got lost right
No.
there.
Yeah, it means people, because I wear a scarf, they want to see what's under. Or they want to either make sexual comments like, oh, well, I'm nasty behind the curtains, or I'm not really Muslim because of this. Hold on.
Last night it was, I wonder if there's bald patches under there because her husband's, they by, doing this.
See?
That's what I'm
Stuff like
saying.
that.
They're disgusting.
You
They're
know,
disgusting.
and it's like that's what this is about, and it's
Good for
going to
you.
be big. And to be honest with you, anybody who says, "Oh, I have a friend that's Muslim," I showed him Tiffany H, and this friend said, "There's no way she's Muslim." With 30 seconds hearing her,
That's what you said to me later. Not in this, but you said, I showed my Jewish friends you and what they would never accept you.
talk. Well, then you haven't seen real life, because Muslims are not what you think they are. There are Muslims that are culturally different, but it's not the religion, it's the culture. And Islam is not about things people think it's about.
Yes, it is. It's the religion of the sword. You need to look further into it. Read more, study.
Yeah, probably shouldn't wear leggings. No, I probably shouldn't cuss. No, I probably shouldn't smoke. But the whole point of me being who I am is to show people, don't be afraid of Islam. Because
Well, don't they say to err is human, to forgive is divine? And you seem like a very forgiving person. And right, and you're a human. So
exactly.
all of that, what you're saying is fine. I feel like her being mad at you because you were praying is
Well, and they say that too. How are you Muslim when you pray like that? And that's why today, put your headphones in. That's why today, when I was
on my live today, I showed a Muslim woman who is a reaver praying just as I do, because it's a way we can join. It's a way we can talk to God together.
Yeah, how is that a problem for her?
You know what I'm saying? It's a problem because I'm not sinking to her demeanor. I'm not going to where she goes.
What you
I'm
do
not
now?
going under to the flames of the
What you do now towards me? You're very, very, very mean.
fire and grabbing her hand to lift her up. I'm praying so that God can do that, because it's not my job.
Yes,
And
you're right.
You know, she wanted me to do more and I couldn't. I had to tie my hands. She wanted me to fight for her harder, but I wasn't gonna, because she was pissing me off. Okay?
Right.
I'm not a Captain Save a B word, okay? And I'm gonna try.
So now it's Captain Save a Bitch. The thing is, though, Tiffany, it's not about who is undergoing the wrong treatment. It's about there's wrong treatment. You can't base like what you're going to stand up for on if you like that person or not. Your convictions need to, you have to stand by your convictions.
Help, but you pushed me to a certain point, and I'm human, just like you said. I'm gonna tie my hands, but I still gave her a chance, still gave her the resources, and I was still willing to give her that help.
You did. You spoke nicely of her when others were like, "Oh, why are you still okay?" You did. You did. I don't know if you watched last night's live stream, but
No,
definitely,
I never watched it.
Yeah, well, everything that you're saying.
Oh, yours?
Yeah,
Yours?
mine.
I watched, but I fell asleep early last night.
Yeah, we definitely did. WAP could be even white American princess, right? White Anglo-Saxon princess, actually. White Anglo-Saxon
WASP,
princess
yeah. Mm-hmm.
is WAP,
WASP.
actually. Summer baby. WAP, yes, WAP, W-O-P, is derogatory for Italians, and yes, it's hate. That's all it is. You're right, exactly. Absolutely. Let's hear a little more of what these hateful people say here, as we can comment on it.
Well, hello, welcome. I'm happy that you made it to a live too. Welcome. So yeah, I'm thinking definitely green card.
Well, here's the thing that
It's
people don't
Lello. Okay.
realize. When you start accusing people of this stupid kind of stuff that has some serious consequences, let's say there's some crazy person who follows her or whatever, and they want to retaliate on you.
Now, I notice here that Sniff starts using my theory of what she did to that dog that she was saying, was symbolic of you. I had said, what if that incites hatred amongst someone, or the calling and saying the ISIS and all that stuff? And so Tiffany here tries to turn it around like as if you hadn't taken enough.
Yeah. So what are they trying to do to turn it around on me? What have I done that someone would want to incite hate upon me or
Nothing that we've seen.
Thank you. That's all I
Nothing that we have seen. Nothing that we have seen. That's why we do these things. We do the commentary, we expose, and now we have you right here to answer our questions on the other side too. So this is awesome.
Because of these supposed CPS calls, or that could get you in serious harm.
Just like last year when they did the same thing to me when
Yes,
they lied
they did.
and said I called CPS on Nitty. I could have got her over.
But the bottom line is, not like Pete, is if you were still pissed off about what they did last year with Nitty, then you wouldn't be continuing your rage hate fest consistently. You would be moved away from this. You wouldn't want to be on people's radar anymore, don't you? I think,
That's then too, and they're always saying, "Oh, she does hate crimes. She's putting us in harm's way." I said I wasn't positive about my ISIS, but hey, if I hear something,
that's disgusting. Still there, Tiff? She might be busy. Maybe she had to do something.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, especially something like that. All right.
Yeah, but if you're not sure of it, saying something like that is what would incite a hate crime, in my opinion. Something like that would incite hate crimes. So
That's pretty rude to just stop talking like that. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying.
oh, this is hypocritical. What is going on?
I mean, like, what the fuck? I'm not putting her in no danger. That's a big exaggeration. But however, she is putting me in danger. Yeah, she is.
How is she putting you in danger, Sharon? I think she puts herself in danger.
And she puts herself in danger by saying that my husband is allegedly funding ISIS. That is a big accusation, and she put that out there. Nobody else put that out there. She also put out there that I was a fake Muslim, that I was abusing my kids, that my family are not legal, and that I'm not a legal wife. Then she turned it around and said that I am the legal wife, but my husband has 4 illegal wives.
Yeah, and then put on her community post that, she was sorry. She had one of them with brown eyes, one with green. I mean, this woman is out of her mind.
She also made a song and put Bree in it. Is her husband sleeping with Bree, or is he sleeping with me?
Oh my God, where is that?
To be honest, I don't know, but someone from
Well, I recently shared a video where Sharon was going, "Where is hubby? Where is hubby? With his other wife, with his other wife." How much shit do you give me over the things Sharon has done? For what purpose? Is it because you think I have cancer and I'm vulnerable and someday, maybe unfortunately, I will be gone, and then what are y'all gonna high five? We took down a woman fighting for her life. Is that like how you feel? You don't think I'm scared enough in life, but I've got to be worried about your sons that you've incited so much hatred towards me? Or you bitches putting out my address? This is what I was doing, Tiffany.
Mel's channel.
Can't hear you.
Someone from Mel's channel
Mm-hmm.
got a hold of me and told me about it, and I went back. It was in the song she did about me. I'm not sure exactly the live, but XCWC, I bet she knows.
Wow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She
Right.
was playing her little guitar. She said, "I got a good song for you guys." And that's what she did. She said, "Is her husband sleeping?"
I know she said she's sleeping with SG as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Akamini. Bull crap. Well, I caught her the other day. There's that account that supposedly cloned SG's sister. I tried to tell you SG's sister's names to save my life, and I thought she only had one. I didn't know she had another sister running her head.
Now she starts talking about my sisters. Now, do you know my deceased sister's name, Tiffany?
No, and listen, let me tell you something. 1 minute, please.
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry. You might not have seen this, but you know what? Since you brought it up,
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry to you. I got an email from a Linda, and then I'm not even going to say the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And I read it because I was trying to see what these emails were about. It was before I even put my email address out for people to get a hold of me. I mean, I have given it to people here and there, but
you gave it to Tom, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't getting a lot of these type of emails. This was only the second time I've gotten one, and I didn't understand who that was. And it was somebody sending to me, had your deceased sister's name, and I read it out loud. And it also had Babba's name, and I accidentally doxed her because I didn't realize that that's what it was about. So I apologize if you've seen that. That was not intentionally. They were telling me when I was done, so I took it off and I completely
Like,
They did the same thing to Lou. They sent emails to Lou under my deceased sister's name, and then Lou was all mad and complaining about these emails that she was getting, and they were all in her live stream, like that's SG's deceased sister. But even up to just tonight, my deceased family doesn't matter, does it, Tiffany? That's why you kept singing that happy birthday song, but it doesn't matter, right? What drove me to finally snap and say something that I had to push past my lips. That's not me to do something like that. But you don't want to acknowledge that up to today, that shit's still being done. And in fact, Crystal Love has a video up talking, Dora the whore in it.
Second sentence, I looked down at the comments and they were like, "That's SG's sister, take it off." And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm really sorry about that. That was not intentional. I had no freaking clue that people did that.
It's interesting that you're saying that because that was a long time ago, right? Back with Lou.
No, this was like a week ago.
Okay, but that's an email. So listen to what she says here. Listen to what Tiffany Ann says here. Right? Okay.
I know she was living still. I knew about the email, but I did not know that she had a sister alive. I didn't either, Sharon. And so I'm watching SG's chat, and this account comes in that's apparently her living sister, and if they're blaming it on...
Now, no living sister account of my sisters came in my live stream. So I don't know what she's speaking of.
On me, and then her live ended, and then I noticed Tiffany was live. I'm like, I wonder if that account's going to show up in her chat. And sure shit, I go over there and...
Now, how often do you and I, Tiffany, me and you, Tiffany, do we go live one after the other?
Never. I don't think.
Now, I saw just the other day Sharon saying, SG said my brother impregnated me. Sharon took her fingers, and you make that sign, like the peace sign, and said, "Is this what you and your dad's sister used to do?" And wagged her tongue in between. How fucking much am I supposed to take? Seeing Bobbles have a deceased loved one's live stream telling my mother she needed a good dicking. Or, fucking Debbie saying my mother should be raw dogged up the ass. See, these aren't old videos, really, Tiffany. I could play an old video, and it will still be as disgusting as the video from tonight. And we're talking multiple disgusting. I'm gonna grind against your dead father's face and make you call me mommy. Was it coming before? Then Net sits there and says, "It's just a cute little nickname for your mother." But I harass her. I'm supposed to do this. See, what was going on from October 20th, 2020 to currently is still going on. So when people say, I wish you could just ignore, could anybody just really ignore those things? Really? How about they just don't say it?
Ever.
I don't think ever either. I think we're both on at different times.
Yeah,
right?
I do early, but I will tell you though, a couple times I have been doing them later in the day when I take the kids to the park or something. So maybe one of them days.
Yeah, but even still, none of my live sister ever came in my chat. So she's lying right here.
My dead sister did though. Said something about the urn and we'd be together soon. And I wanted to pin it up on the screen, which I did. And Inkster Stinkster and somebody else made a video saying, "Oh, we caught SG. She's the troll of her deceased sister," like as if I would be ever. Fucking just disgusting. And a lot of times, like when people want to be like, "Oh, she was raging," well, when things are like that, you damn straight I will yell because I think it's fucking gross. But I think it's fucking gross how you went from this, having a normal fucking conversation with me, Tiffany, to how you are tonight. How you were tonight. Just screaming. Full on hatred towards me.
Very telling to me. Listen to this.
Yeah.
There it is. And guess who they're blaming it on? Oh, that's Tiffany. I'm like going, dude, like, it was saying specific, intimate details about SG's childhood. Like, how would I know that crap? I wouldn't.
Wow, yeah.
Except you ever think maybe it would be lies and made up? It's a fucking weird thing to say. But I don't think it's a giggling matter. Like, what the fuck?
Shit is. So, did you ever have somebody as my sister come in your live stream?
Nope.
Right.
Just that day when I accidentally read that email. Not accidentally. I intentionally read the email, but
It didn't take too long, though, that, my daughter's full name was in her live stream with the most sexually disgusting shit being said. And to this day, that doesn't get acknowledged. What gets, acknowledged is that I responded and said, insert that person's kid's name there and see how they would fucking like it. So now it's, how horrible I am. I never harassed any young kid, but that had cancer. But what I do see is a bunch of people who claimed to care so much about that kid and their mother, never having an update, that person just disappeared. But, SG was the scammer. Grotesque.
didn't intentionally read your deceased. I didn't realize that's who it was, and I didn't realize they were talking about Bobbers. You know what I mean? I just didn't put two and two together. But no, never in my live stream. No.
Never in your chat, right?
No, never. No.
And that's not even, she's trying to say it was my live sister who came in your live stream. And I'm saying my live sister has, a clone of my live sister has never come in my live stream.
No.
So,
And we all know that every Bible study should have pinned to the screen how someone's dead mother is a whore. Right, Pro? Right, Pro? Every Bible study. Just stuff like that. I mean, they just don't know wrong from right.
this Tiffany M here is lying. She's lying right here. Because you and I never go on one after the other.
Mm-mm.
If anything, it would be me going on after you because you would go, you're usually earlier than me.
Exactly. I never come on after you. That's
Right.
real.
So she's lying right here. She's lying.
It's weird. I don't do any of that cloning, none of that dumb shit. I do me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
My
I never-
God, these two people are
Yeah, they do.
lying right now.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know, and so, but so Tiffany's in there, she's chatting, she sees this account, she goes, oh, that's Tiffany M. And I'm like, what? You're going to blame me for this kind of shit too? I don't know what the deal is with that girl. I can't figure it out.
Isn't that a lie?
Yeah, I've never, never done that.
I'm sorry, Kim.
I don't
Sorry to hear that.
I don't really care.
I think I might have figured it out. Maybe. Okay. So one might say that in a way I resemble the Pretty Wives, right? We both have we're both splendid.
This is how she supposedly.
One might say she resembles the Pretty Wives. Their fucking minds are so stunted.
Figured it out.
We both have dark hair. So maybe she resents me because I remind her of the prettier wives.
probably.
That had nothing to do with what Tiffany M was just talking about.
Yeah, because, you know, it's just people, man.
She went right back to you. Sharon went right back to you. I mean, is that not one of the most ridiculous things you've ever heard in my life?
You're like, it's like a slap in her face every day. You know, her Wednesday matrimonial obligational nights are cutting it. She has to think about it every other night of the week.
Well, at least she doesn't have a dildo up her butt, right?
I don't know. But yeah, these bitches, they get it out for me and they stay on my ass. I swear. And then they start with the lies. That's right. This thing.
But that's not true, Sharon, is it? It's not true.
With all of them. I don't know.
Well, you know,
Well, you just heard it from me and Tiffany H. that my living sister has never been in my chat room as a clone or as herself, and never been in Tiffany H's.
No.
Nope.
And my
No.
husband only has one wife, and the reason that his first wife, I will not call her his ex, is because they have beautiful children together, and she's an amazing woman.
Now-
It's not
Wasn't it recently revealed that his first wife was like past childbearing age?
deserved to be exed. So anybody who, excuse my language, doesn't like that I respect her can fuck off.
Yeah, and I can totally agree with you. And I wouldn't even give them any more information pertaining to what happened in his past or
Oh, I've
anything.
never even given information. That was always something I refused to talk about.
Right.
To be honest,
These people
like,
are just out of their mind, though.
but
You know
they're
what I
trying
mean?
to guess because that is the subject I won't talk about. So they're trying
Right.
to guess and they're trying to find and they're trying to. And even Tiffany, she it was funny because one of the clips somebody had sent me, she was like, yeah, and I looked her husband up and I couldn't find anything on him. That's why they're lying about everything because they can't find shit. They can find
Well,
shit
I
on
mean, actually had done a commentary on that particular comment that you're making, that you're saying about Tiffany saying.
Oh, really?
And I would, yes. I thought you were in here because I was like, oh, she's stalking you.
Yeah,
She's stalking you.
maybe I was.
Her saying that she has tried to research.
Yeah.
That's stalking. She's stalking, and that's disgusting.
I thought you meant of the wife, sorry.
No, she's stalking you.
Yeah,
Shit out here. I suck it.
A couple of them backed off a little bit, I've noticed, but, you know, a lot of causes out there. There's a lot of.
Now, Tiffany M., who is talking about a march being dumb, has also yelled out that women who are marching in Washington are dumb for marching for women's rights. Who called our word. She basically more. She is threatened by strong people.
People who need representation. There's a lot of things to use your voice for.
If you're gonna actually take time
Hi,
and effort and
Jocelyn.
waste signs and Sharpies on this cause. Like, do it on something that actually is going to make a difference and is an actual needed thing. Like, put it.
Okay, so smelling like pee. When you say an actual needed thing, I had challenged you to tell us something that you feel strongly about. Not the excuse of a hot dog giveaway to go into a grocery store and purchase a couple of hot dogs while you're putting steaks down your pan. So if you could actually give us an actual cause that you have ever felt passionate about and, stood up for, to be comparable to Tiffany H, that'd be great.
Attention, shine a light on a real issue. This is stupid. I'm allowed to make fun of people on my channel if that's what I choose to do.
Yes, but only according to you. And possibly, yes, bigger entities than us. We get that. But only because a lot of people have stayed silent for a long time. People have stayed silent, and but sometimes the bully doesn't always win. Sometimes they don't pick the right battle. Oh, what happened to her? Oh, here she's back. Okay. Hi.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked out. I apologize.
That's okay. Yeah, when you watch the comments, when you look at the comments, I always use the X instead of the back button.
Yeah, I
I've
didn't
done
mean
that
to.
before. I used the back
That's funny
arrow.
you knew that.
Yeah. For every one of Tiffany's videos, I reported for every one of Tiffany's videos harassment. So I hope that YouTube seems to have to. Absolutely. And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, as consumers, and as we make also profit for, the same, these social platforms. And we also buy from me.
Have you ever clicked on a video that...
See, all my things I wanted to try to make a difference. I believed. This particular live stream is shared on my community post. It's got Bobbles on the thumbnail, so I don't know what Bobbles came up saying. I know a lot of people want to complain that, they're relevant. That's like saying history isn't relevant to current things, So it's worth a watch, I think. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go to sleep. I appreciate you all. Please like and thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. And if you're in the position to help the channel out financially in any way possible, but the only way it's possible for me is through Cash App. It's $TSK 68. And I hope TM doesn't, think I'm regressing to anything. I appreciate that Tiffany was in the live stream recently showing support. I've actually, I've always liked her. I didn't like the live stream of Tiffany H's where TM was being called a whore repeatedly. I thought it was terrible. But Tiffany, if you don't notice change in yourself and how much you are yelling and screaming and the hatred, as opposed to how you were in that live stream right there, then you might want to self-reflect on things. You don't have to like me. We don't have to be friends. But stop lying about me. Stop telling your kids that I'm doing anything to them. Stop it. Stop it. Peace, love, and tacos. United we stand, divided we fall. Be encouraging today to somebody. It matters. Good night. Thank you for sharing that out, Richard. I appreciate it.